You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets and
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCards.com.
Outback Steakhouse invites all Comet fans to check out their great menu of steaks and seafood at their Village of Coventry location. Whether it's the center cut sirloin or the bone-in ribeye, you just can't beat the quality of Outback Steakhouse. Open 7 days a week. Get your steak or seafood prepared just the way you like it. And while you're at Outback, don't miss out on the famous Bloomin' Onion. Outback Steakhouse located in the Village of Coventry, just off the I-69 Jefferson exit on Fort Wayne's southwest side. And now, back to Comet Hockey.
Here we go from the Coliseum. Shane Alvarani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. It's the Komets in the Indy Fuel for just the second time this season. And we're underway. The opening faceoff goes into the Indy zone. It comes along the near side. McIntyre will bust it upstairs, but here's Morasti with a steal and a shot that goes wide of the net. Picking it up is Petrozelli, and it's going to be poked away. And back come the Indy Fuel left side. It'll be McIntyre going to dish it in to the Komet zone, back below the goal line. Kyle Haas is there. Going up along the far side. Here's Shaq Morasti with it for the Komets. Working it. Cross ring pass. Going to be tipped, intended for Doherty, and now it's going to find its way into the Indy zone. Into the corner. On to the left side. And it belongs to Indy. Just underway here at the Coliseum. No score as it's dumped into the Komet zone. Galipeau. Far side to Sean Sidlowski. He'll feather it forward, coming to the center line where it's picked up by the Fuel. They'll drift back into their own zone. And now below the goal line.
Komets.
Dylan McLaughlin with it for Indy. Now to the right side. It's going to be pitched forward into the Komet zone. Coming across the line. They're onside. Here's a shot. A save made by Kehler. And he's able to hang on to it.
That was questionable whether it was onside. Looked pretty tight there, but they get the benefit of the doubt and got right in tight. Got a good shot on net. Kehler made a pretty good save, closing the pads and holding on to the rebound.
Dylan McLaughlin with the shot. So we get our first shot on goal. Belongs to the Indy Fuel. Kehler gets on the goal on the game sheet. And we have got a face-off in the Komet zone to the right of Cole Kehler. Minute 5 gone by here in the first period. Here's the drop in the Komet zone. Comes up top for the circle. Komets are able to scoot it up along the far side. Łyszczarczyk will get it out momentarily. Now it's kicked back in to the Komet zone. Kehler will come out. He'll give it over to Chase Stewart. Backhander up along the wall. Held in at the blue line. Here's the shot, and that's going to be blocked. Łyszczarczyk will pick it up for the Komets. Cross-ring pass. It'll find the tape. Sean Sidlowski. He'll dish it into the Indy zone. Going back for it is Łyszczarczyk in there. He's pinned up against the boards with Jack Ramsey. And now the puck comes loose. Intercepted. Coming to the blue line, and it's going to be taken away by the Fuel. Bouncing puck. It's going to roll onto the right side. Matt Thompson down there for Indy. Gets crunched on the play by Chase Stewart. Below the goal line it goes. Coming up top to the blue line. Wismerski will get it up along the near side, and he swipes it around. Coming up along the far boards, and Brett McKenzie tries to get a hold of it. He's able to get it to Chase Stewart. Now it goes below the goal line, up along the near side. Now the Komets pump it loose. Near side, they're going to come across the line. Komets got something cooking. Bearing down in front of the net, and it's going to be taken away. Now back the other way. That was Galipeau with a chance. Now Indy coming across the line. Left side, they got a man in front. It's taken away by Galipeau. And it's going to be Brett McKenzie. Going to poke it off the wall. Rolling puck to the Komet blue line. And here comes Sean St. Amant. St. Amant drops it back. And the Komets will now gain the line. Coming through. Here's a shot by Haas. Williams the save. Rebound. It's going to be blocked. Now up along the far side. Alex Brooks will get rid of it, but not out. Here's Petrozelli. He going to get clipped down. No calls. It goes behind the net. Shaq Morasti down there. Petrozelli in there to help him out. Now Morasti's going to get loose. Back below the goal line.
For the point.
Got some space. Morasti will take a shot. Save made. And now Petrozelli picks it in front. Shot. Save
Another
made.
save.
Rebound just goes wide. Morasti right on the doorstep. Williams shuts the door on him. And now the puck is going to be cleared down the length of the ice. Into the Komet zone. It goes up along the far side. Into the corner. Indy got something cooking here, but we got a penalty. It's going to be on the Komets.
Hooking. Yep. Komet defense and coming back hard. Got a hold of the Indy player going to the net. Give him a little hook and dug him down on the ice. He draws the penalty. First power play of the game goes to Indy. Face-off will stay in the Komet zone.
No score. 17:02 to go in the first. That's the big guy, Taylor Doherty, going into the bin.
He did what he had to do. He took the man that was wide open, took him right on the net, got himself tangled up with him, and they called it hooking.
Indy, third best power play in the league. They're number one on the road in the power play department. Komets got to kill this one off early on here. No score as the Komets dip it into the Indy zone. Williams will come out and off the backhand over onto the far side. Now Indy transitioning. Spencer Watson, cross-ring pass on the left boards. Komets, nice job there clogging up. And now the Fuel will have to go all the way back into their own zone. Teixeira on the right side being chased.
Sidlowski on him.
And nice job by Jenks. Jenks will come across the line, shorthanded, got a man. Here's Binkley
walking in.
Down. He takes a shot, doesn't get in. And now back up along the near side. Nice shorthanded chance there by the Komets. Watson comes across the line, scoots it over far boards, up top to the blue line. Here's the shot. It is blocked. The Komets are able to gather it up, and back come the Komets shorthanded onto the right side. They come across. Now it comes down low. Shot goes wide. The Komets with another shorthanded chance. Onto the near side it comes. It's going to be McLaughlin with it for Indy. He gets spun around, lost the puck, but it's going to find the stick of Teixeira. He'll dump it into the Komet zone. It's going to go down into the corner. Galipeau up along the far side. Now that's going to get all the way down into the Indy zone. And we are down to 50 seconds to go on the power play. On to the left side. And now McLaughlin will come across, coming into the corner. He centers it, got a man. They fan on it. Coming up top to the blue line. Here's Alex Brooks. Cycles it down low into the corner. Bouncy puck off the end wall. Poked aside by Kehler. We're going to play it up along the wall now to the blue line.
Locked
left
at the
side.
point.
Here is McLaughlin with a shot. Pad save. And there it goes in on the rebound.
Yep.
And Indy leads at 1-0.
It was a shot from the point that got partially deflected. It threw Keeler's timing off, and he reached across, and by the time he got to it, he couldn't get a good piece of it to clear the net. The rebound was there. It was popped in by Indy. They go ahead on a power play goal, 1-0.
26 seconds was left on the penalty to Doherty. So the Komets in a hole here as the goal's going to be given to Jack Ramsey.
Ramsey gets the goal, yeah. Power play. Indy ahead 1-0. Still 15:28 to go. Lots of time.
So we're back at even strength. Puck comes out to center ice. And Jenks tries to get it, and he does. Coming across. No tripping call. Łyszczarczyk is looking for it.
Yeah.
And Indy will get the puck. It'll come across the line. Komets taking a shot. It's going to go wide of the net. Now on the far side, Łyszczarczyk. He'll come down low to Kyle Haas. Haas goes along the near side of Doherty. Doherty coming up top to Jenks. Cross ring pass. It'll find Łyszczarczyk. Komets got to regain the line, and they do. Here's Sean Sidlowski on the far side. He'll take a shot. It is blocked. And now back come the Indy Fuel. To the Komet blue line. Petrozelli gets it back. Now the Komets transitioning. Here's Morasti on the left side. Gets deep into the corner. Could not get it to Lowen. And now a bad pass is going to find its way all the way back into the Komet zone. Komets with the puck up along the wall. Jermaine Lowen to the center line. Trying to get it to Morasti. Skips over his stick. And now the Fuel regroup in their own zone. 1-0 Indy here in the first period. Teixeira coming right down the middle of the ice. Going to skip over to Jason Binkley. Binkley now will send it backwards to Galipeau, coming off the glass. Now off the hand of Jermaine Lowen. Lemoen gets it back to Binkley. Now the Komets coming across the line. Left side, Łyszczarczyk is going to get leaned into. They crash into the net, and that will stop play.
Net goes off the morning as a collision at the net. The face-off will go outside, so the Komet player slid into the net after being pushed into it. Face-off outside the zone. Still 1-0 Indy.
14:01 to go here in the first. Teddy Bear Toss night here at the Coliseum. Big crowd on hand. So we'll have a stoppage in play. Komets back in action tomorrow night. Cincinnati in town on Paw Patrol night is also kids seat free night as well. Face off to the right.
McKenzie in for the draw.
Charles Williams in there, the goaltender for Indy. Lines up, top of the blue paint. That's Brett McKenzie coming in on a hot streak. He had 4 goals on that road trip.
Yes, he did.
And here's the drop. McKenzie gets there to the blue line. Here's Stewart. Cross rink. Here's a shot by
from
Martin.
the point.
That goes wide. Back on the near side. Here is McKenzie. McKenzie scoots it over. Here's a shot. And it's saved by Williams, and he's able to smother it.
Williams got a piece of it in the scramble. Couldn't get it across. The Komets had two men standing, one in front, one on the right side of the net. Neither one of them could get the puck to them.
We got a timeout on the ice. We're going to step aside. 1-0 Indy. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Founded in 1884, Trine University is a private university in Angola, Indiana, serving more than 5,000 students. Trine offers career-focused majors, practical experience, small class sizes, and caring expert faculty, resulting in a more than 99% employment rate for its graduates. Trine's Thunder Ice Arena is home to 4 college hockey teams and also hosts 4 youth hockey leagues. To learn more, visit us at trine.edu.
Hello, this is head coach Ben Boudreau. I'm the guy responsible when your Komets are in need of repair, new parts, or maybe just a quick inspection. When it comes to vehicles, I turn to the pros at Ace Radiator on Coliseum Boulevard in Fort Wayne. Ace Radiator has spent decades keeping Fort Wayne rolling with time-tested service and repair. Ace's certified technicians have more than 80 years of experience providing expert sales and service for radiators, heaters, coolers, and air conditioners. Sometimes you just have to make the call. 800-288-7964. That's Ace Radiator. 800-288-7964.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Coming out of the timeout, the face-off will be to the right of Charles Williams. Brett McKenzie will take the face-off.
Face-off in Indy zone. Let's go.
Plouffe will be his opponent. Puck comes into the corner. And now swiped all the way here on the near side to the blue line. It comes up left wing, and now the Fuel will get it to the Comet blue line. Doesn't get very far, but offside will be the call.
We'll keep the face-off just outside the Comet zone. Lines will stay pat for a minute.
Face-off will be just outside the Comet blue line. Brett McKenzie gets back in there with Plouffe. And the drop goes the way of the Indy Fuel. All the way down into the Comet zone. Kehler will stop it. And he'll leave it for Chase Stewart. Skipping over the stick of Taylor Ross. Now it's played up along the near side. St. Amant got a man coming across. It's Ross. Ross going down into the corner. Got taken off the puck by Alex Brooks. Now Brooks will play it ahead. They'll come across the line. Nice job there by Bryson Martin. And
Here's
Chase
the body,
Stewart.
guys.
And the puck comes along the far side. Flipped forward along the far wall and into the Indy zone. Tim Shoup will send it around. And now on to the left side. Indy with the puck. Matt Schmaltz will get it into the Comet zone. Bouncy puck all the way down to Cole Kehler. He'll keep it moving. He'll give it to Haas. Haas up along the far side. Peeled over to Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk skates with it into the neutral zone. Now he gives it up. And now the Fuel able to bat it back into the Comet zone. Doherty in after it. Goes into the corner. Doherty now goes off the side of the net. Doherty, he gets pushed down, and we're going to have the net dislodged slightly, and the referee will blow the whistle. 1-0 Indy. 12:29 to go. Period number 1 here at the Coliseum. Doubleheader weekend. Cincinnati in town just for the second time this year. Tomorrow night, 7:30 start time. It is Kids Seat Free night and Paw Patrol night. So
Cincinnati in town. That'll be a big game.
Komets 1-0 here at the Coliseum against Cincy. 1-2 overall. And the face-off coming up to the right of Cole Kehler. Jack Marasti to take it for the Komets. And it goes into the corner. Galipeau gets it to Marasti, who will skate in front of Kehler. He throws it over on the left side to Jermaine Lowen. Lowen is going to get it down in
the puck.
The Indy zone. To Petrozelli, tries to center it. Broken up. Now coming up along the near side. Marasti. Double team down there. Gets loose. And here is Lowen cutting in front. He had a man.
Petrozelli got a whack at it.
Petrozelli couldn't connect. And now we got a 3-on-2 for Indy. They're coming across the line. Bad pass.
Late offside.
Yes, would have resulted in an offside, and it does. And now we got a little bit of the
push and shoving. Right at the Indy bench. Everybody reaching in, trying to grab onto somebody.
Matt Thompson and Jermaine Lowen started that, and the linesmen jump in quickly.
The referee's right in the middle of it. He's yelling and telling them to get away from each other. Another warning. They finally break it up.
Shots on goal tonight, 5-4 in favor of Indy. And the call was offside on the Fuel, so the faceoff will be outside of their blue line. Near side faceoff done here at the Coliseum. Shane Alberani and Robbie Irons taking you through this one. Komets looking to break this modest 2-game losing streak they're on. 2 tough losses out in Idaho. That was Komets had a 6-game winning streak there before they got to Kansas City, so looking to start up a new one here tonight. Puck coming into the Indy zone, down to the corner. And back below the goal line. Now to the blue line. Here's Galipeau with a shot and a save by Williams.
Yeah, a little deflection on that, but Williams made the save.
Now going down into the corner. Back behind the net. St. Amant is working with Teixeira. The puck goes behind the net. Thompson gathers it up. Coming up to the blue line. Here's Binkley moving to his left. Got a man on his back. Still able to get a shot off, and it goes in front of the net. Bouncing puck. Komets cannot connect.
Yeah, can't get a stick on it. Good defense, Indy.
On to the left side. Here in the neutral zone, McLaughlin will get it across the line into the Comet end. Poked away. Brett McKenzie will pick it up. McKenzie will reverse all the way back into his own end. And McKenzie goes back below the goal line behind Cole Kehler. McKenzie with the puck, gets some pressure as he moves it up along the far wall. His pass going to be tipped. Komets can't quite get there. And now back into the Komet zone. They come across the line. Poke checked away. And Bryson Martin goes in after it. Spin up along the near side. Now down low to Bryson Martin. He'll wheel it up along the far boards for Łyszczarczyk. He'll bank it off the wall. And it's going to get all the way into the Indy zone. Sean Solowski can't catch up to it. And the Fuel get it back in the neutral zone. Backhander up along the near side. Plouffe will come across the line. He'll get a shot. And it's going to be blocked by Bryson Martin. And it goes out of play.
Yeah, Indy had a break on that their far side. Man coming in on a soft wing. The defenseman stepped up. Martin got his leg on it, was able to deflect it up and over the glass, but some speed coming down that far wing by Indy.
10:28 to go, first period, 1-0 Indy from a power play goal from Jack Ramsey. Face off to the left of Cole Kehler. Shaq Marasti to take it for the Komets.
If the linesman will drop it, that's the key to it.
Yeah, you kind of need that. There we go. Now it's dropped. Goes along the far side. Indy wins the draw. And we go to Schmaltz. Stick handling around everybody. Pumps it upstairs the blue line. Here's Ramsey with a drive. And a
shot from the point.
By Kehler.
Yeah, Kehler saw it all the way. Made the glove save. He'll take the face-off again, start over. Bruce Brodo has seen enough. He's going to put a fresh line out there for the draw. Didn't like that combination.
Face off to the left of Kehler. It'll be Marasti again. And now here's the drop, comes up to the blue line, and now we're going to fight. We got Jermaine Lowen, and everybody's ripping off the helmets. This is serious. Schmalz and Lowen coming right out to center ice, and look at Lowen with a big right hand. Oh, he got him right on the chin, and Lowen sizing him up again. Schmalz cannot get a right hand on. Now he gets a jab, and look at Lowen. Such a big kid. He is all over Schmalz. Now a left hand by Lowen, and now they still got a jolt of each other's jerseys. Schmalz now trying to get in with a right, and now Lowen. They drift all the way back into the Indy zone. Now lining up Lowen with another right hand, and look at Lowen just pounding away at him, and they're still on their feet. Lowen still trying to go at him, and he does it again with another right hand. Look at this fight. This is unbelievable.
Still going at it.
With a left hand. Lowen still got a hold of his jersey. The linesman cannot get in. Now a right hand by Schmalz, and now Lowen with a big right hook. They still got a hold of each other's jerseys. What a scrap.
Yeah, they finally tired out. And they actually shook hands and touched each other's head, saying a pretty good scrap.
You don't see many like that.
Yeah, not that long. Yeah. That's toe-to-toe right there for a long scrap and a couple of long pokes. Yeah, they both got a couple of good shots in, but Lowen definitely got the better of it all.
Schmalz and Lowen, boy, they ran out of the face-off circle. Yeah. They got away from everybody. The helmets ripped off, so they'll get an extra for taking the helmets off. But what a bout.
Yeah, well, the crowd a little excited over that, there's no doubt, but that was a good scrap right there. So face-off goes all the way back into the Komet zone, and they're going to show it on the replay again. So We heard a lot about Lowen, as big he is and everything like that. He's from Jamaica, I believe.
Yes, he is.
And pretty big boy, but likes to go at it. But obviously, Schultz, he can handle himself pretty good, too.
So we'll be seeing the replay of that one for a long time. Schultz and Lowen. What a fight here at the Coliseum. The Komets need to get one on the scoreboard here. 1-0 here in the first period. Puck comes up to the blue line. Here's a shot. Just goes wide of the nets by Indy. And back up along the near side. Back below the goal line. Indy working it. We go back behind the net. Up along the far side. Sullivan. He'll spin it off the boards. Now down low into the corner. Played up along the near side. And the Komets still unable to get it out.
Stay on him.
Now in front of the net. Doherty couldn't get his man out of there. It's going to roll to Kehler, and he's able to cover it up.
Yep. Everybody's got to get focused on the game right now. They're still watching the center screen of the scrap, and nobody's focusing on the puck on the ice right now. So face-off stays in the Komet zone. Indy with a good pressure on him. Forced a shot on the net. Cohen made the save on it. Here we go. We're back to the action. Still 1-0 Indy. 9:49 to go. Still in the first period.
Here's the puck drop in the Komet zone. Comes up to the blue line. Indy with it. Just pulled offside. So we'll have a face-off outside of
Should
the
go outside, yeah.
Komet line. Teddy Bear toss night. Everybody fired up after that fight between Schultz and Jermaine Lowen. There.
Did they get 5 and 2 or just the 5?
Well, they should have got 5 and 2 waiting for the call here. They'll need the break after that.
Yeah, those two will, yeah.
Puck comes off the wall. Back into the Komet zone it goes. Onto the right side. Indy with the puck. Peeled down low into the corners. Brett McKenzie could not handle it. Coming in front. Here's a shot that goes wide. And now ball back along the far side. Galipeau takes his man off the puck but cannot get it out. We go below the goal line. And the Komets are able to pick it up. Here's St. Amant on the right side. St. Amant coming to the center line. He'll cross over. St. Amant looking for a shot. He'll take it, and Williams will make the save. Got the left leg on it. Teixeira will bank it off the glass and all the way back into the Komet zone. Here's McKenzie. He'll leave it behind the net. The Komets will start up fresh from their own zone. Galipeau banks it off the wall. Takes a funny hop. Oh, it's picked off. Coming right out in front. Left shot. It goes wide of the nets. Spencer Watson with a chance. Took a funny hop off the boards. Now the Komets coming across the line. It is Jenks. Jenks in the corner. Got a man out in front. Couldn't get it to him. And now it's peeled up along the near side. Reaching for it is Sean Sidlowski. Coming to the blue line. Here is Bryson Martin. Lefty takes a shot. Just goes wide. Back up along the far side here in the Komet zone. It'll be grabbed by Stewart. He tries to center it. Goes off his skate. And back up to the blue line. Here's a drive. Another save by Williams. And it goes into the corner. Back up along the far side. Sean Sidlowski in front again. A shot goes wide. Up top, Bryson Martin hangs on to the point, sliding over. One-timer, blocked
again. Good pressure by Komets. No shots on the net, though.
Spencer Watson will feed it up along the near side. McCardle with it. Being trapped up there by Chase Stewart. Gets bumped from behind, and the puck gets loose. Up along the far boards, Komets trying to get it out of the zone. They cannot. It's going to go deeper and back below the goal line. Bryson Martin gets bumped as he gets it over to Stewart. Rolling puck to Stephen Bayless. Bayless coming ahead with it. Bayless coming across the line. No, he will not. It's pulled back. And now to the center line, but Bayless does a nice job. He gets it back. Bayless over. Shot. Save made by Williams. Back along the far side. Golfed wide of the net. Back below the goal line. Picked up by the Fuel. And now Petrozelli working hard down there. Is able to get up along the near side. Here is a shot. Save made. Doherty that time. Komets still with it.
Pressure Komets.
Down low into the corner to the blue line. Here is Bayless with a shot and a save made by Williams. Got the blocker on it. And we go down to the corner. Kyle Haas steps up. He goes back below the goal line with a man on his back. Doherty down there. Doherty trying to stick handle. Comes it in front. Petrozelli with a turnaround. And he couldn't get it on net. Morasti down there in the corner. Him and Ramsey battle. Morasti hits the deck. Puck comes loose. And Bayless now tripped up. We go along the far side. And here come the Fuel. They bank it off the wall. Here's Smalls coming across the line. Smalls gets taken off the puck by Haas. And back over to Doherty. Doherty on the right side. Takes a big hit. Still on the puck, however. Trying to feed it up along the wall. And he's able to get it to McKenzie. 6:44 to go here in the first. Komets will get it all the way in to the Indy zone. It's going to go down into the corner and back below the goal line to Teixeira.
McKenzie trying to steal.
Teixeira on the left side. He feeds it forward. And Kirker coming across. Save made. Rebound. What a
big
save by go in front again.
Rebound.
Keep that out.
They get the third man standing there by himself. They get the rebound. 2 big saves by Kehler. And he couldn't keep the puck out. Nobody was able to get back. The third man got the puck. He flipped it up over top of him. Indy on the board again.
Kehler with an unbelievable save. He got turned around, didn't know where the puck was. And now Indy takes a 2-0 lead.
13-32, that one came. Indy 2-0 right now. Komets worked hard all the way through. It just couldn't keep the puck out of their own net and couldn't put the puck away in the other end. So good pressure on the Komets, but they couldn't put it away.
2-0 Indy here in the first period. And the Komets quickly bring it into the Indy zone. Going down in the corner. Here's Ross to St. Amant, far side to the blue line. Galipeau with a drive. And Williams will make the save.
Yep.
And now we have got Taylor Ross. He's tangled up with Alex Brooks. And Brooks is going to say he ran his own guy into goaltender Charles Williams.
Well, Williams got knocked. There's going to be a penalty on the play, but we'll see. Indy might get the penalty.
So we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call, that's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
You're listening to Komet Hockey.
Bobby McIntyre in the box for the Indy Fuel. The Komets go on the power play, down by a pair.
First power play for the Komets. Let's make it happen, guys.
Face off to the right of Williams. And it's A.J. Jenks. Welcome back to the lineup after missing 5 games.
Wins the draw.
Up top of the blue line. Here's Binkley coming in front. Shot, save made. Rebound. Score! And here come the Bears. A.J. Jenks.
Didn't take long.
On the power play. And the Komets get on the board. And what a sight here at the Coliseum as the Teddy Bears come raining down. A.J. Jenks launches them onto the ice. 9th of the season for Jenks. And the Komets cut the lead in half. And we will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Ready for a new apartment? You don't have to look far. St. Joe Place has everything you could ever want in an apartment complex. Internet, cable, washer, and dryer. It's all included in your monthly rent. There's also a basketball court, an outdoor grilling area, pool and hot tub, and the list goes on and on. St. Joe Place is leasing 2- and 4-bedroom apartments and now offering 3 bedrooms. Living at St. Joe Place Apartments, you'll quickly realize how great the staff and apartments really are. Call 444-3000 or visit stjoeplace.com.
This is Scrap Chat with Max Hall, reminding you that while all metal has value, not all metal recyclers value you. At OmniSource, guys like me tell you what your metal's worth and how to make it worth even more the next time. Because we grind up and spit out scrap, not customers. Find frank advice and fair payment at an OmniSource yard near you in the Fort Wayne area. For locations and a list of metals we buy, visit OmniSource.com or call 855-OmniBuy, 855-666-4289.
Union Labor has been building Chevy and GMC pickup trucks for over 80 years. The UAW has been dedicated to building quality trucks at the GM Fort Wayne Assembly Plant for over 30 years. Your friends and neighbors in the UAW work every day to bring those quality trucks to your favorite dealerships. Visit your local Chevy or GMC dealer and drive the union-made quality that makes buying a full-size pickup truck such a great value. GMC and Chevy full-size pickup trucks built by the hardworking men and women of UAW Local 2209. Thanks to the UAW.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
Back live at the Coliseum. A little bit of a delay here tonight. It's Teddy Bear Toss night as A.J. Jenks gets the goal that launches the Teddy Bears. So we got a little bit of a cleanup here. 2-1 Indy in the driver's seat. We'll take a break, and we're going to come back and play a portion of the Huntington University Komets podcast with Jermaine Lowen. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Right now, I'm holding a perfectly ice-cold Coors Light. You know how I know it's the perfect temperature? Because the mountain on the can is blue. And also, it's really cold. Every Coors Light is cold filtered, cold lagered, and cold packaged. Notice how many times I said cold? 3 times. It's that cold. So make sure the mountain on your can of Coors Light is blue, because that means it's ready to enjoy. 2019 Coors Brewing Company, Golden, Colorado. Celebrate responsibly.
And now, back to Komet Hockey.
All right, well, this is our very first podcast on the road in a hotel. I'm with Jermaine Lowen, and you are also the first Jamaican I've ever met. So we're doing all kinds of new things here today.
Yeah. Lots of new experiences.
So finally get Jermaine Lowen here. And Jermaine, you got a nickname? Do we call you the J Train? Is that what it is?
J Train, Manor. There's a bunch of nicknames. Guys kind of just come up with whatever they feel, but J-Lo's been the one that's pretty popular, so I just kind of run with whatever nickname they give me.
Yeah. So, all right, you've been in Fort Wayne a couple of games. Unfortunately, you never got to practice with the team because we were coming in for games, and that was it. But the very first game you played here, you immediately became this fan favorite. And you are responsible for making me feel really bad about myself because that first game you played, I was walking down the hallway, after the game, getting right to the locker room, and I hear this giant applause. And for about 3 steps, I thought it was for me. Then I saw you walk out, and everybody was cheering for you. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go to my car. But you became a fan favorite, like, right off the bat. I mean, that's crazy.
Yeah, it was just crazy. Like I wasn't really thinking I was gonna get that kind of applause from the people. I just I went out and played a solid hockey game with the boys and just had a good time. And I guess I don't know, the fans really liked my story, and they're intrigued by what I do and who I am as a person. And I think that's something that people just kind of like look and be like, oh, well, he's interesting. There's something different about the guy.
Yeah. And also that night, it was especially Jersey night. It was Military Appreciation Night, and I think your jersey maybe went for the highest or the second highest. Crazy. So it shows you're already loved in Fort Wayne, man.
Yeah, I definitely can feel that, like, that sense of like family. Yeah, especially when I come with this team. Yeah. Like it's a group of guys that's just like a family, and we all like want to just help each other and grow. And I just see that in the organization obviously as well. So it's it helps you, and you want to come and play hockey when you're in that environment. So
and you came to Fort Wayne, you kind of up and down, so that's got to be hard for you because we were just talking that you didn't get much ice time in Chicago. So it's cool to be in the AHL, but it's also nice to be playing hockey, right? Yeah.
It's definitely been an adjustment this first half of this season for me. I've been like, trying to figure out, you gotta. The numbers game is something that you have no control really over, but you just have to try to work hard and be consistent every day. And that's something that I've been working on, and just working on my defensive game, and just always continue working, move my feet, and be good on the forecheck. It's you just have to, wherever you're placed, you just have to take advantage of and make the most of your opportunity. And then once I get my shot back and go up again, then make my most of that opportunity as well. And then just kind of roll with it. And you just can't get frustrated when things aren't going your way, or you think maybe you deserve to be up in the A, or you're disappointed in where you're performing. But you just have to focus on right now in the moment. So
it's certainly got the right attitude, man. Yeah. So you have got a very interesting story, and like I like to brag on the show, I don't like to do very much research because I don't like to know too much, but I know a little bit of the story. So that's what we're going to go back, and we're going to go all the way back. You go all the way back to birth. I mean, that's where your situation started, all the way back in Jamaica, right? You're the first Jamaican-born NHL draftee, but let's take us back to how you got to Canada. So let's go all the way back. Jermaine Lowen from this week's episode of the Huntington University Komets podcast. He is quite the interesting young man. If you want to check all of that interview out, we'll play a little bit more during the intermissions tonight, but if you want to check it all out, go to Komets.com or to Apple Podcasts, and you can hear the rest of that interview with Jermaine Lowen. The reason why we have a bit of a delay here tonight, teddy bear toss night. The Komets scored their first goal. AJ Jenks got the Komets going. They cut the lead in half, and all the Bears are cleaned up, and now we are ready to go. 2-1 hockey game. Indy with the lead.
Yeah, you mentioned that this had been going on in the other rinks. The players definitely helped out. Both teams mopped up all the teddies, got them on in piles for them, and out came the attendance. But they obviously had been a couple of games where this has happened. So everybody doing it in the league.
We were in Kalamazoo's. We were also involved in Kansas City's as well.
Yep.
And the Komets get going here tonight. 2-1 Indy as we get restarted here in period number 1. The Komets play it forward, but the Fuel are able to nab it. Going to come across the line. Jason Binkley, another one welcome back to the lineup as Jenks now will take it. He'll steer it up along the wall. And now it's going to be pumped all the way down. Snagged by Kehler. He'll drop it. And the Komets have got the puck. They're going to come forward with it onto the left side. Played ahead. Stabbed at the blue line. And now it will be Indy bringing it back in their own zone. Wisniewski takes it to his own blue line, angles to the left, banks it off the wall. Now they come across the line. Here's a shot, slipped it wide. That was Michael Doherty with a chance. And now into the corner, back behind the nets to Jason Binkley. Scoops it up to the blue line where it is picked off, and the puck now rolls all the way down to Kehler. He'll steer it up along the far side, sent all the way back below the line, and now back on the near side. Komets trying to pick it up. Big hit by Binkley. Coming up to the blue line, and it's going to get out. Ramsey, who's got a goal here tonight, plays it at his own blue line, flips it forward, and now onto the left wing into the corner. Here's a shot off the side of the net. Taylor Doherty is there. Doherty up along the far side, will feed it. Coming across, here's Petrozelli.
Going for the net.
Going down into the corner, trying to get it to Doherty up along the near side, and he does. Doherty stick handles around, flips it behind the net for Petrozelli again. He's got Ramsey on him. Plays along the far side to the blue line. Here's Haas with a shot. It's going to be deflected wide. Doherty stepping up, going to keep it down there for the Komets. Off the wall, back down low. Doherty trying to get away from his man. Pumped up along the near side, and now it will be the Indy Fuel with the puck. Now we've got a tangle up here on the near boards. Puck's going to squirt loose, and the Fuel with it. Ramsey, stretch pass, looking for Plouffe. He'll find him, and Plouffe will feather it into the Komet zone. Back below the goal line, here's Haas. Haas along the far side. Bumped forward, looking for St. Amant. Nice defense there by the Indy Fuel. They've got the puck. Kirker will bank it off the end wall in the Komet zone. Bryson Martin on it for the Komets. Ross in there as well. Taylor Ross playing the part of Brady Shaw tonight. We'll get it up to the blue line. Coming across is Chase Stewart. Stewart dribbles across, and he's going to go off the end wall. Chasing after it is Ross. He tried to put it out in front, and now it will be grabbed by the Fuel. Teixeira on the left side. Scoots it forward. Going to go all the way down. Kehler will play it, and he leaves it for Stewart. Stewart up along the near side to St. Amant. St. Amant goes back down low below the goal line. It gets loose, and the Komets up with it. McKenzie coming across the line. He'll flip it in. Komets will change, but McKenzie will stay out there chasing after it. Can't get there. Now the Fuel have got it. Coming up on 3 minutes to go here in the first. 2-1 Indy. Teixeira coming across the line, and he's going to get in the way of Binkley.
Rebound right to the goal crease.
It rolls down to Kehler.
Yeah, Kehler grabs on as it came squirting out of a bit of a scramble and some feet. He was able to get down, grab onto it, and kill the play right there. Still 3:06 to go. We've cut the margin to 2-1 Indy, but still in the first period.
And we will take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
If you've been beat up after a tough night on the ice or a hard day at the office, locally owned Mattress Warehouse could score you a quality sleep at a comfortable price. With brands like Sealy, Stearns & Foster, Tempur-Pedic, and Symbol, our experienced team will find you the comfort and support that will make you feel like a winner. Rush into one of our 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or log on to MattressWarehouseFW.com.
Mattress Warehouse. Sleep on it tonight.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
2-1 Indy here in the first period. Komets have got very busy couple of weeks, even though we got the Christmas break. We got Cincy in here tomorrow night. 7:30 is the start time on Kids Seat Free Night and Paw Patrol Night. And then on Friday the 27th, the Brampton Beast are in town. Sunday the 29th, we'll see Kalamazoo. And then on New Year's Eve, Toledo is in town. And that will be the big blackout night. That is always a Fort Wayne tradition. So get your tickets for all the Comet action still left in the month of December.
Face-off back in the Comet zone. 3:06 in the first period. We're down 1. 2-1 score. Indy favored.
Face-off to the right of Kehler. Jenks will take the face-off. Lost a stick. The puck goes in the corner. And now the Komets get it out. Galipeau, St. Amant returns it to Galipeau. He comes across the line, gets bumped from behind. Galipeau trying to keep it in, cannot. Jenks goes back, and he gives it to Jason Binkley. Lead pass is going to skip over the stick of Łyszczarczyk. Back below the goal line. Williams will stop it. Now it's played up along the wall. Jason Binkley can't get there. Now we go on to the near side, and now it'll be Galipeau back in his own zone. They turn it over. Here's a shot scored.
Defense went down to block it. Mercy went down to block it. He may have got a piece of it, but it definitely screened Kehler. He never saw it, and then a redirect off it tricked him. Puck is in the net. India 3-1 lead.
Michael Doherty will get to the goal.
That came at 17-24. India ahead 3-1. Doherty.
2:36 to go here in the first. I think actually Maresti didn't get a piece of that. I think it went right between Keeler's legs. It just caught his left pad and in.
Well, we get behind the ball against this team. They're a good road team. They've got a pretty good record on the road, a winning record. We can't get behind too far. Down 3-1. Plenty of time.
Up along the far side. Komets trying to regroup. Here comes Jermaine Lowen. Fresh out of the box. Goes off the end wall, and now Williams will gobble it up with the glove. And he'll put it in his pocket, and he'll get a whistle. 2:23 to go, first period.
Face-off will stay in the Indy zone. They'll change up defense, it looks like.
Face-off to the right. Charles Williams in the Indy zone.
Get it back. If he'll drop it.
Marasti will take the face-off. Marasti and Plouffe. Now Marasti gets kicked out. Petrozelli comes in. And Shoop for Indy will take it off the wall. And now into the Comet zone. Down to Kehler. He'll stop it. Kehler. We'll move it to Marasti. Marasti in the corner. Banks it off the glass. Coming to the blue line, not out. Plouffe up along the left side, up along the wall. Gets spun around. Now he's tangled up on the play by Marasti, but Plouffe is able to skate through it. It goes into the corner. Up along the wall. Indy with the puck. Watson moving it over. Dot shot off the posts. And it's going to get up along the near side. Komets cannot clear it. And now Marasti will whip it up along the far side for Jermaine Lowen. Lowen trying to catch up to it. He's got a man. Petrozelli.
Shot. He's
outnumbered there. It was deflected. It goes above the crossbar. Now off the wall. And now back into the Comet zone. Bryson Martin goes after it.
The icing.
And we get our first icing of the night. Going to go down into the Indy zone. And that is a Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique icing call. Never settle for just one scoop at Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique on DuPont Road.
Got that one memorized, haven't you?
I do. Kind of caught me off guard. That's our first icing.
Yeah.
Face off to the right of Williams. And it goes to Chase Stewart. Stewart along the far side. Plays it up to Bayless. Now here's a drive and a save made by Williams. And it goes into the corner. Ross goes hard in the corner after it, but McCardle wins that battle. Ross still with it, takes a shot. Save made by Williams. Didn't know where it was.
Yeah, Williams got a piece of it, kept it in front of him.
And the Fuel are able to clear the zone. Komets pick it off the wall. Trying to get back on the attack across the line. Bayless with it. It's poked aside. Now back come the Fuel on the left wing. Here's Matt Thompson with a shot and a save made. And Kehler will hang on to it with under a minute to go in the first period.
Yeah, shot right to the net by Indy. They got no play. They throw it at the net and send players after it. This time Kehler was able to get a piece of it, hold on, create the face-off in the Komet zone. And the line changed by both teams. 57 seconds in the period. 3-1 Indy.
Face-off to the right of Cole Kehler. Shots are 13-12 in favor of Indy. Here's the drop. Quick shot off the drop and a save made by Kehler. Łyszczarczyk goes below the goal line. And Łyszczarczyk will give it to Sean Sedlowski. Sedlowski will come across the line, try to send it forward to Łyszczarczyk. And nice job by Indy. Fuel will get it back to the Komet zone. Galipeau, far boards. Quick pass up along the near side. Komets come across Łyszczarczyk, trying to feed it over to Jenks. But Alex Brooks right on the puck for the Fuel. And now it's played to the center line. Michael Doherty. Komets back with it. Binkley on the near side or in the neutral zone. Komets trying to come across. Łyszczarczyk will get it into the Indy zone. But we got 20 seconds to go, and the Fuel get it back. Doherty up along the near side, back into the Komet zone. It is played. Left wing, Lowen will come across the line. He's cut off on the play by Teixeira. Now it's spun off the wall, coming up along the near side. Picked up by Binkley. His shot is blocked, and it goes into the corner. Down there is Jermaine Lowen. Lowen gets to Petrozelli, who centers it right at the horn. And the Komets going to go into the break down by 2. And the Komets perhaps feeling the pain, losing 2 defensemen to call up this week. As Marcus Phillips and Max Gottlieb both went up to Ontario. So the Komets defense a little porous here in the first period. They're down 3-1.
Yeah, they get outshot 12-14 by Indy. Indy outscores them 3-1. And I thought a pretty good game by the Komets and by Indy, obviously, as they both skated hard, went at each other. Komets had some pretty good forechecking moments, but never got the clear shots on goal and really never gave Williams a lot of hard shots to make the save on. So they've got to start shooting a little more. Indy throws the puck at the net anytime they don't have a play, makes it happen, something around the net. So Komets got to throw the puck at the net a little more often in the second period.
So we're down 3-1. We're going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
For all of your insurance needs, visit Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Kaleidoscope Floors is giving you a chance to be a part of the Komets this season. Just visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Each winner will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live on WoWo during the second intermission of each home game. It's all presented by Kaleidoscope Floors, now at their new larger location, 1610 West Cook Road. Contest open to kids 9 and older and must be accompanied by an adult. Sign up right now and be the next Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game.
Napa know-how. Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons here tonight. The Komets, after 20 minutes, find themselves down 3-1. Let's take a look at the game sheet. First, our shots on goal being brought to you by Huntington University. All Komet season ticket holders can take 25% off tuition at Huntington University. Indy with 14 in the first, the Komets with 12. Recapping the scoring, Indy got on the board first. Ramsey, his first of the season at .432. McLaughlin and Brooks, the assist it was on the power play. And McLaughlin would get one for himself at .1334, his 8th of the season. Thompson and Kirker with the assist. And the Komets would get on the board, which means all the teddy bears came raining down here at the Coliseum. Coliseum as A.J. Jenks, after missing 5 games with an injury, back in the lineup tonight. He gets his 9th at 13:52. Binkley and Łyszczarczyk got the assist, and it was on the power play. And then Michael Doherty for Indy at 17:24. Schmalls the assist, and that is our total, 3-1 Indy. Charles Williams, the goaltender for the Fuel tonight, 12 shots, making 11 saves. Cole Kehler, 14 shots and 11 saves. Both teams have had a chance on the power play, and they are both 1 of 1. Also in that first period, we saw an absolute throwback, epic, just fight, a brawl with Schultz and Lowen. I can't really think of the words to describe it. Hopefully that will be posted somewhere online so everybody can see it who was not here. It was one of the longest fights you're ever going to see, and it was just punch after punch after punch as Schultz and as Jermaine Lowen dropped the gloves, and it was an incredible scrap. And again, hopefully everybody will have a chance to check that one out, because it was pretty memorable as that got the fans to their feet. And then shortly after that, the Komets were able to register their first goal, and then the Teddy Bears came down. We had a delay, and hopefully the Komets will come out of the locker room with their A game. This Indy team is pretty good defensively. It is a totally different team that the Komets saw back in the first week of November. This is a pretty good defensive hockey team, and just like what Robbie said before we went to break, the Komets are going to need a lot more shots on goal here tonight. We will take a break. We're in the middle of the first intermission. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Let me tell you a thing or two about the people who don't compromise. They love Pepsi Zero Sugar. Why? Because it's got all the flavor and zero the sugar. How's that for not compromising? They're the sort of person that likes surf with their turf. And the drink with their feast? Yeah, they have a Pepsi Zero Sugar. The person who doesn't compromise loves a good golden doodle. All the golden retriever goodness with just a hint of doodle. And when they're bringing said golden doodle for a walk, they bring a Pepsi Zero Sugar. Pepsi Zero Sugar. All the flavor, zero the sugar.
At the Parkview Heart Institute, we believe each new day is another chance to rise up and raise the level of heart care in this region. That's why we're proud to announce our affiliation with Cleveland Clinic's Heart and Vascular Institute, ranked #1 in the nation for heart care since 1995 by U.S. News and World Report. Through this elite affiliation, Parkview physicians can now collaborate with the experts at Cleveland Clinic's Heart and Vascular Institute. We also have access to the latest technologies and techniques being used at Cleveland Clinic, so we can serve you even better. Best of all, when you choose Parkview, you'll continue to have access to clinical research trials and the latest cardiac innovations through our 14 specialty clinics. The Parkview Heart Institute and Cleveland Clinic's Heart and Vascular Institute. 2 respected leaders, stronger together. Parkview, we believe in better.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. We're in the middle of the first intermission. 3-1 is our score as in favor of Indy as we take a look at our Meijer out-of-town scoreboard tonight. Meijer, where you get the rewards without the work. The Jacksonville Icemen all over the Atlanta Gladiators tonight, 6-0 in Jacksonville. That game being played in the third period down in Jacksonville. The Cincinnati Cyclones, Komets' opponent tomorrow night, 4-3 over the Kalamazoo Wings in Kalamazoo tonight. That game in the third period. In Glens Falls, New York, we got a 2-2 game between the Maine Mariners and the Adirondack Thunder. In the third period in Wheeling, West Virginia, the Nailers up 1-0 on the Toledo Walleye. In North Charleston, South Carolina, it's the South Carolina Stingrays 4 and the Orlando Solar Bears 3 in the third period. Also just underway in the third period, the Brampton Beasts, they're up 1-0 on the Worcester Railers. Florida 2, the Greenville Swamp Rabbits 1 in the second period. 2-2 game between the Idaho Steelheads and the Norfolk Admirals. Wichita, they're up 3-0 on the Tulsa Oilers in the second period. The Utah Grizzlies, they are in Kansas City tonight, and they are up 2-0 on the Mavericks in the second period. And then at the end of the first period in Allen, Texas, the Rapid City Rush and the Allen Americans, no score in that one. And that is a look at the Meijer out-of-town scoreboard. The Meijer app will learn all about you and your shopping preferences the more you use it. Enter your MPerks ID every time you check out. We will take a break. We're in the middle of the first intermission. You are listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Hi, this is Dr. Roger Pacina. Well, it's that time of year again. Soon the holidays will be upon us and winter's right around the corner. If you have dental insurance, now is the time to use those benefits before they expire. We know insurance can be confusing, so at Afdent, we make things simple and easy. We accept most insurance plans and work with them to get you the best benefits we can. Our team will actually listen to what you're looking for, explain benefit coverage in detail, and discuss treatment options to fit your budget. For those of you without dental insurance, we're here to help. We have many different payment plans available, some as low as $80 per month and 0% interest for those who qualify. That's less than one pumpkin spice latte a day. So why not use those benefits before they disappear? Call Afdent across from the Coliseum on Parnell at 482-8386 or visit our website at afdent.com.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram has the winning values you've been looking for on all the new 2020 models, starting at only $34,000. Check out the all-new 2020 Jeep Gladiator, the only open-air pickup truck, or change lines to the Power Top, now available for the first time ever on Jeep Wrangler. The all-new 2020 Ram 1500 pickup with best-in-class fuel economy, with more power and guts than any other truck on the market. With its striking design and powerful standard engine, this is one tough truck. For all your everyday work needs, we also have an awesome selection of our new line of commercial Pro Master vans. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all in one place. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram is proud to support the Komets and our community for over 40 years. Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back at the Coliseum, the Komets down by 2, heading into period number 2, 3-1 Indy. Tomorrow night, it is Paw Patrol night. The Komets will be wearing specialty jerseys, and it's also kids seat free night versus Cincinnati. 7:30 is the start time. The Komets have got a busy end of the year. We will be here at home against the Brampton Beast on the 27th. That is a Friday night, so it's an 8 o'clock start. Sunday the 29th, Kalamazoo Wings are in town, and on New Year's Eve, the Toledo Walleye will make another appearance here at the Coliseum, and that will be your next chance to get some free walleye, being brought to you by the Fish House. The Fish House, located just down the street from the Coliseum on North Clinton, wants you to eat free walleye. When the Komets beat the Toledo Walleye at home this season, just take your ticket to the Fish House for a free walleye appetizer with the purchase of a regular entree. Eat walleye at the Fish House, and again, New Year's Eve, that is your next chance to get some free walleye. Get your tickets for that one and all the other Komet action still in the month of December. The Komets looking to finish out the year strong, as the Komets right now find themselves in third place in the Central Division. They've lost 2 in a row, but a great record here at home, 9-2-1. Komets looking to build off that, as the Komets will be at home a lot the second half of the month of December. Komets in third place, 32 points, really tied with Toledo, but Toledo, they have played one more game than the Komets, and they were down at last check to the Wheelie Nailers 1-0, as both teams trying to run down the Cincinnati Cyclones, who were up on Kalamazoo at last check. Cincinnati with 39 points on the season, and they sport the best record at home this year. They are 11-1-1, but we'll get those guys here at the Coliseum tomorrow night, and the Komets beat the Cyclones a couple weeks ago in overtime, so hopefully we'll get some more good luck coming up tomorrow. Again, 7:30 is the start time, so get your tickets for that one and all the rest of the Komet action in the month of December. We'll take another break. We're in the middle of the first intermission. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186, about the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Sports fans, Bet Indiana News has got you covered. Football, basketball, baseball, and more. Bet Indiana News is the sharpest source for the latest sports betting news from across the country and around the state. And always with an eye on the action, the favorites, the underdogs, the sharp money, and more. It's where you'll find all the sports betting info you want, all at one site. Visit BetIndianaNews.com today.
This is Komets head coach Ben Boudreau inviting everyone to Texas Roadhouse before every Komets home game. Wear your favorite Komets jersey and get a free cactus blossom. And you can even sit in the famous Komets Corner. Texas Roadhouse is the home of award-winning steaks, fall-off-the-bone ribs, made-from-scratch sides, and unbelievable fresh-baked bread. Of course, Texas Roadhouse has plenty of ice-cold beer and legendary margaritas. Get to Texas Roadhouse with your Komets jersey before every Komets home game and get a free cactus blossom. Texas Roadhouse on Washington Center Road.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum, Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons. Glad to be back with you after a 6-game road trip. So far, this homestand not starting out very good. Komets are losing 3-1 here in the first period. And Komet fans, Snap Auto Parts is giving you a full month of winning deals to keep you safe on the roads during the winter. Stop into your local store and buy a 2-pack of Night Vision Brilliant headlamps and get a pair of Proformer wiper blades for free. Because when you put safety first, your equipment shouldn't be second rate. Napa Auto Parts is proud to be part of your community and a proud sponsor of Fort Wayne Komet Hockey. And when water, fire, mold, or storm damage strikes your home or business, you want a hometown team you can trust. Call the team the Komets call, Hayes & Sons. Learn more at haysonsons.com/Komets and rush into one of Mattress Warehouse's 3 Fort Wayne locations on North Coliseum Boulevard, Lima Road, or Illinois Road, or at mattresswarehousefw.com. Mattress Warehouse, sleep on it tonight. And during the brief little timeout there we had in the first period due to the teddy bear toss, I played a portion of this week's episode of the Huntington University Komets podcast. And this week it features Jermaine Lowen, who had that epic bout there in the first period. And Jermaine Lowen, the very first Jamaican-born player ever to be drafted in the NHL, and he has a very interesting story. So I highly recommend checking that out. You can go to Komets.com, click on podcast, or go to Apple Podcasts to hear that whole interview. It's about an hour long, so we covered some things in that interview, and I'll play a little bit more of that coming up during the second intermission. But if you want to check that out, just go to Komets.com. And Komet fans, the Ice House. If your kids are interested in hitting the ice, come out to the Sport One Parkview Ice House, the official practice facility of the Fort Wayne Komets. The Ice House offers learn-to-skate programs for future hockey players, figure skaters, youth and adult recreational hockey leagues, and an adult developmental league for adults with minimal hockey experience. The Ice House also offers public skating opportunities, birthday parties, and the Overtime Bar and Grill, where you can enjoy great food and drink options, including the new Spaceman Ale. So the Komets are down here tonight 3-1. As we quickly look back at the game sheet, Komets 12 shots on goal in the first period. Indy, they had 14. First goal went to Ramsey for Indy at 4:32. McLaughlin for Indy at 13:34. A.J. Jenks would get the Komets on the board at 13:52, his 9th of the season. Jason Binkley back in the lineup. He got an assist, so did Alan Łyszczarczyk, and that one was on the power play. And then Michael Doherty for Indy, 17:24 was the time of that last goal of the period. Both teams have had chances on the power play. Both teams are 1 of 1. Charles Williams, the goaltender for Indy tonight, 11 saves on 12 shots. Cole Kehler, 11 saves on 14 shots. And that is a look at what has happened here tonight. Both teams set to retake the ice for period number 2. We will take a break. Komets are down 3-1. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
When you need an ER, where do you turn? At Lutheran Health Network, we are ER. We are here for you with 8 convenient hospital locations throughout the region. We are the only area ER with online check-in. Save your spot in line online. To learn more, visit lutheranhealth.net/weareer. Patients are seen in order of severity, therefore your spot may not be guaranteed. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911.
GMO Common
and Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, Dio McComb provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. Dio McComb and Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBBRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
And now, back to Comet Hockey.
Second period set to get underway here at the Coliseum. 3-1 Indy. And the Komets, a big shakeup in their lineup without Max Gottlieb and Marcus Phillips back at the blue line. So the defensive pairing's a little messed up here tonight as we got Jason Binkley back there as well after he was sent back down from Cleveland of the AHL. No Brady Shaw here tonight. He was called up to Cleveland, but we do get A.J. Jenks and Shaw St. Amant, who is out for the last 2 games. Jenks missed 5 games. So the chemistry, like we talked, Robbie, still everybody trying to get together here after 20 minutes.
Well, exactly. And the stats show that Indy had 10 quality scoring chances. We only had 4. And again, that comes from taking the shot, throwing the puck at the net, making things happen around the end. We held on to it too long trying to make a pass instead of shooting the puck at the net. We got outshot 12-14 in that period and outscored. So we need to start shooting the puck a little more.
All right, here we go. Second period started up here at the Coliseum. And the puck comes along the near side. Jamming away at it is Jermaine Lowen. He gets it to Haas. He'll spin it down into the Indy zone. And now up along the far boards. Off the wall, Plouffe will get it out. Komets give it a jab, and Jermaine Lowen on the near side avoids a check, but he lost the puck. Wizymirski puts it onto the stick of Alex Brooks. Brooks will get it in. It's going to go off the
waved
wall.
off the icing.
Indy gets to it first. Played up along the near boards here. Spencer Watson goes down into the corner, but Anthony Petrozelli is there for the Komets. Now a quick pass to Haas. Haas will move it out. Off the glove of Morasti. Can't control it. And Teixeira will goes back. Teixeira will get it into the Komet zone. Left side and now down into the corner. Bobby McIntyre down there for the Fuel. Pinned up against the boards with Haas, and Haas takes him down. Komets have got the puck. Morasti on the near side. Morasti plays it off the wall all the way into the Komet zone. Going after it is Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk in the corner. Nothing there. Indy takes it away onto the near boards. Schmalz at the blue line. Runs into Jenks. Is able to get it over him. And now the Fuel will carry it back up along the near side. Coming across the line. Schmalz up on the wall.
Stay on him. Take the body.
Stick handles around. Goes into the corner. Komets there to defend it. And it'll be Jason Binkley getting it over to Łyszczarczyk. Now to Jenks. Jenks on the right side. Jenks will get it across the line all the way in. Back below the goal line. Komets chasing after it. Now up along the far side. Here's Sean Sadlowski. Couldn't take care of the puck. And now back up along the far side. It'll be Łyszczarczyk and Teixeira. They come down to the corner now. Jenks trying to lay his man off the puck. And we've got a pile up. Down up along the far side here in the Indy zone. Jenks jamming away at it. Now the puck is being caught tightly up against the boards.
Whistle.
Referee not blowing the whistle.
No,
the puck is not moving.
Not even moving.
Nobody's moving their legs, and finally the referee blows the whistle.
Yeah, nobody was sticking each other, jabbing at it or anything. They were just sort of sitting there holding each other against the boards. Finally blow the whistle and start up with a face-off and a fresh line change. Face-off in the Indy zone.
To the left of Williams. And McKenzie will take the face-off. McKenzie and Matt Thompson. Here's the drop. Gets out of there to Ross. Ross backhands it over to Doherty. And Doherty will toss it back in behind the Indy net. Williams will stop it. Here's Ramsey. Ramsey will play it ahead off the wall. Goes all the way down. This should be an icing. And it is. That is a Just Cream Ice Cream Boutique icing call. Never settle for just one scoop at Just Cream Ice Cream on DuPont Road. Down we go into the Indy zone.
Komets back at it tomorrow night. Cincinnati in town, 7:30 game, that one. That'll be a big one, another division rivalry.
3-1 Indy here in the second period. Puck comes up to the blue line here in the Indy zone. And now played up along the wall. Binkley gets it out, and now here's Ross at the center line. He'll take a wide turn. He'll enter the Indy zone. Ross will take a shot. It's deflected, however, and it goes into the corner. Pushed all the way around the wall. Stepping up is Haas. Haas will come down into the corner. He's met there by Tim Shoup. Far side, Komets trying to get it to the point.
Take the shot.
Coming here in the slot area. Can't get up. Now there's a shot and a save made by Williams.
That one too late. They got the shot from the point, but everybody had cleared the front of the net. Williams sees it from the point, makes an easy glove save. Face-off comes inside the Indy zone. Line change by both teams again.
Taylor Ross with a chance. Komets got their first shot on goal here in the second. 17:07 to go in the period. Face off to the left of Charles Williams in the Indy zone. Jenks will take the face off. Morasti will take it, and it goes into the corner. Lowen in after it, but it goes on the near side to Spencer Watson. Watson gets it back into the Komet zone. Drifting back is Kyle Haas. Haas will skate with it off the stick of Lowen. Back below the goal line. Williams will come out of the net. Komets with it. They put it out in front. Nobody home. Watson will clean it up. And now Indy will take it off the wall. All the way coming up. Kehler will get it below the goal line to Haas. And now he wheels it around looking for Lowen. But the Fueler there. They'll keep it below the goal line. And it'll be Galipeau. Galipeau will try and clear it out. And he gets it to Lowen. Lowen on the right side. Lowen will come across the line. Got it poked away. But the Komets are able to nab it. We'll keep it in there for a moment, but now Teixeira comes in on the back end, and he will take it back behind his netminder, Charles Williams, to the near side. And Indy with the puck. Now a cross-ring pass, and it's intercepted. Oh, the Komets can't come up with it. Nice defensive play there, but cannot control it as the puck now angled up along the far side. Komets trying to catch Indy in a line change. Łyszczarczyk will take a shot.
Good shot.
And the rebound, it goes below the goal line.
Łyszczarczyk, nice quick shot on the net.
Behind the net. Taken off the glass, and a bouncing puck to the center line. Sean Sadlowski, nifty move, get it to Łyszczarczyk. He's going to come across the line. Łyszczarczyk now back to Jenks. Jenks, nothing there, goes all the way up top to the blue line. Here's Binkley. Binkley will take a shot. He missed it. Back on the left side. Here is Łyszczarczyk. He'll get it into the corner. Back below the goal line. Stretching forward is Sadlowski, and it comes up along the near side. Sadlowski trying to get it to the blue line. He's got a man on his back. Now he sends it back into the corner. Łyszczarczyk, he also has a man on his back. Gets hauled down, but the referee had his back turned. Puck comes up along the near side. Łyszczarczyk trying to get to it, and he does to the blue line. Here's Binkley with a rip. That is blocked.
Locked in
and
front.
Now Ross on his horse up top of the blue line to Binkley. Now back to Ross on the face-off dot. Now Ross going to skate all the way up top to the point. Now he sends it around the wall. Back up along the far boards. Komets trying to get to it over the stick of Binkley. Binkley's got to go all the way back to Bryson Martin. But the Komets there controlling the play there for a couple of minutes, and we got another
scrap
fight
in front.
We got Bayless. Bayless right at center ice, and he is gonna go at it.
24.
That's 24, and now Bayless will take his man down. That was Michael Doherty. That was a quick one. That'll get the fans back on their feet as Bayless and Doherty go to the box. So 5 minutes fighting for each of those guys.
Yep, 5 each fighting.
And the Komets looking for a spark here.
Yep, trying to get themselves back into it. Indy checking pretty well all the way through. Skates hard, dumps the puck out. Good defensive team. Replay the scrap again. Not a lot of it. Couple punches thrown. Nobody got hurt.
That was pretty much a draw there as Bayless and Doherty both got some shots in. Bayless was the one who ended up on top of the pile there, but both in the box, and we'll skate evenly. Komets down by 2. Komets have the puck in their own zone up along the left side. And here's Haas looking for Ross. Comes off the wall. Ross, and now can't get there. Williams will stop it. Now Ross goes behind the net. Ross up along the near side, coming up to the blue line. Misfired, and it's going to be grabbed by the Fuel. They come up along the near side. McLaughlin in the corner. He tries to center it, goes wide. Now McLaughlin glides down up along the wall, coming up top to the point. He'll send it down to Kehler, but Stewart is there. Tries to clear it, but not out. But now Haas will get a hold of it. He'll take a wide turn, hit the center line, pitches it over on the near boards, back into the Indy zone. McKenzie can't get there. Fuel with it up along the near side, coming to the blue line, and now out to Bryson Martin. Martin quickly to Binkley. Binkley tries to feed it up along the far side, rolls off his stick. Thompson is able to get it back in the Komet zone. Screeching down the right side. Here is a shot off the stick of Spencer Watson, saved to Kehler. And the puck goes along the far side. Jermaine Lowen now. He is going to rumble his way into the Indy zone. Goes up along the near side. Petrozelli trying to help him out, but the puck is going to go behind the nets. Here's Josh McArdle. McArdle will get it to Teixeira on the right side. He'll come up to the blue line. Bryson Martin tries to keep it in. Cannot do it, but he's able to get it deep in the Indy zone. And the Fuel now look to regroup with 13:29 to go in the second period. Near side, Morasti. He'll get a steal. Goes down in the corner to Petrozelli. Petrozelli now feeds it over to Lowen. Goes off of his stick. Lowen up along the far side. Puck rolls up to the blue line and out. And now skating out. Here's Indy. Watson. Watson coming in on Kehler. He shoots. What a save by Kehler. Right on the left leg. And he's able to cover it up. Partial breakaway there by Watson.
Yeah, they tried to get him to go to the right and slide underneath the goaltender, but he got his pad down on the ice. Made a nice save on it. Was able to hold on to the rebound. No loose puck. Komets get the face off in their own zone. Good save.
Komets down 3-1. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Trust the doctors at IPFW Athletics and the Fort Wayne Komets Trust. Aaron Chiropractic is well known for providing quality yet cost-effective care for sports injuries, muscle, and joint problems. They're one of the only clinics in the region to provide its patients with pain relief utilizing numerous therapies, including acupuncture, massage, and rehabilitation. Aaron Chiropractic is conveniently located in Northeast Fort Wayne. Find us on the web at aaronchiro.com or call 492-8811 to schedule an appointment.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
Komets are down by 2 here in the second period. Shane Albarani and Robbie Irons with you here tonight. We will be back on the air tomorrow. Komets will be taking on the Cincinnati Cyclones. Big crowd here tonight as the Komet fans a little thirsty for some Komet action after 3 weeks away from the Coliseum. 9,398 on hand here at the Coliseum tonight.
Indy, of course, 5th place in the division, 24 points, 8 ahead behind the Komets. But Cincinnati, first place, 39 points, 7 points ahead of the Komets. So you don't want to get too far behind the leader. And they're in the position right now to gain a lot of ground quickly.
Here's the face-off to the left of Kehler after he made that outstanding save. There is Galipeau. Galipeau on the far side comes right through the D. Oh, he got his pocket picked. Oh, but he gets it back. That could have been disaster. Into the Indy zone it goes to the far side. And now back in the Komet end, Galipeau. Gets it over to Jenks. Jenks on the right side. And the puck is going to be angled back in the Indy zone. Alex Brooks back in his own end. We'll send it along the far side. Little give and go here. Brooks onto the right side. Schmaltz will come across the line. Schmaltz on the right side, up along the wall. Will take a shot. A save made by Kehler. Got the blocker on it. And it goes to Doherty. Doherty moving to his right. Glides through the neutral zone. Now it'll go all the way down to the Indy zone. Back below the goal line. And back behind the net. Shoop coming up with it. Being harassed by Lowen. He's able to get the puck to Ramsey. Now Ramsey on the right side. Plouffe will get it off the wall. We got a race for it. Here's Thompson. Thompson will get there in the corner, but he's met there rudely by Kyle Haas. Back behind
Get it up, Binkley.
Binkley on the right side. Gets it out to the center line, but Indy right there, and they send it right back in. Kehler will come out of the nets. He'll stop it. Goes along the far side. Puck skips over Thompson's stick, but it goes to shoot. Now back down low. Here's Thompson. Got a man. Here is Ramsey with a shot save made by Kehler, and he hangs onto it.
Yeah. Pushing and shoving in front.
And Jermaine Lowen in the middle of everything again. And Jermaine Lowen, who had a few games with the Komets. He just kind of came in and out of the lineup for a game here and a game there, and hopefully Jermaine Lowen is able to get pretty comfortable with the Fort Wayne Komets after playing 3 games in Idaho, and now this is his 4th game straight, the most he has had with the Komets, and Jermaine Lowen being a force out there tonight.
Well, he sounds like he's happy here and everything, and I think any time a hockey player gets to play steady and play quite a few games, you go back and forth to the American League, you may play, you may dress, you may not, and the question is there, how much ice time do you get there versus you stay here and you're going to play 10 or 15 games in a row.
There's the puck drop, and it goes along the far side. Grabbed by Stewart. Stewart pumps it off the wall. Stewart now will come across the line. Stewart on the left wing will backhand it. Save made by Williams.
Here's a point.
Stewart will pick up a man. Here's a shot. Now coming up to McKenzie into the corner. Up along the near side. Petrozelli on the near face-off dot. McKenzie with a man on him goes down into the corner. Kloof all over him. He's able to scoot it along the far side. Binkley catches up to it. Binkley, he'll take a shot, rips it through the crease, comes up to the blue line. Komets will keep it in. Now the Komets, here's a shot by Petrozelli, goes wide. Binkley up along the far side trying to keep it in. He cannot. It rolls into the neutral zone for Ross. Ross going backwards with it, and I will give it up to Stewart. Stewart hits the lead man McKenzie. McKenzie comes across the line. Far side being defended by Teixeira, comes up to the blue line. Oh, it missed his man. That's going to go all the way into the Komet zone. Bryson Martin goes back behind. Kehler takes it off the wall. And now offside will be the call on Indy. 10:37 to go here in the second. Komets have yet to get one here in the second, so our score stays at 3-1.
Yeah, nobody can take control of the play. It's so close checking, and they're at each other one end, then right back to the other end. So nobody's taking control of the play. A lot of passes, a lot of circling in the center zone, but nobody yet with a bunch of scoring chances.
Komets 3 shots on goal here in the second period.
Yeah, not a lot.
Finished the first period with 12.
Indy with 4.
Here's McLaughlin. They're going to go behind Kehler. McLaughlin up along the wall, hands it off. Now they cut in on Kehler. Here's a shot. That got the post. Second time tonight. Sedlowski with it. Goes off the leg of Thompson, not out. Now back up along the near side, and it will be the Fuel keeping it in. Puck goes into the corner, skipped over a couple sticks. Here's a shot, and it goes off the side of the cage. And now the net is dislodged, and that will stop the proceedings here at the Coliseum. 10:06 now to go in the second. Now Indy getting a little bit of momentum here.
Yep, they'll take the face-off outside, which is a break for the Komets. As the line changes up both sides with 10:06 to go. Oh, they bring it back into the Komet zone.
Face-off will go to the right of Cole Kehler. Kehler, a little shaky start there in the first period, but has come up nicely here in the second. Komets got to get some more scoring chances. Komets without their leading scorer, Brady Shaw, who would have come into tonight's game 2 points back of the league lead, but he was called up to Cleveland of the AHL earlier today.
Jenks will take the draw.
Jenks will take the face-off. It goes to Łyszczarczyk. And now Łyszczarczyk on the right side, coming across the line. Now it's Sean Sedlowski up along the near side, takes a shot. Now it goes below, in front. Here's a shot. Williams is able to make the save.
That's her best scoring chance in the second period right there. Sedlowski took it around the net, threw it back to the slot. Jenks got a piece of it, and then the defenseman Binkley moved in quickly, and they got a good solid shot on net. But again, Williams pretty solid back there. 8 wins, 6 losses, and a .262 goals against average, which is pretty reasonable and respectable in this league. So playing pretty well for a young guy.
Komets are also right now without Sean St. Amant, who started tonight's game, but it doesn't look like he's going to finish it. He did not come out here in the second period. St. Amant missed 2 straight games with an injury, but tried to give it a go here tonight, but not out there right now. So that's another big gun out of this great offense for the Komets. He leads the team in goals with 14. So we'll keep an eye on him. Face off into the Indy zone, rolling right down to Williams. And now it's pucked off the wall. And now let's see if we get a delay of game call. And the referee's going to call it. It's going to go on Indy. So the Komets will get their second power play of the game.
We needed a break, something to happen. This may be the one we need.
Matt Schmalz will go into the box.
2 minutes delay a game. Face-off will stay in the Komet zone.
Second power play for the Komets. It is a Catalyst Fitness power play. Catalyst Fitness now with 3 Fort Wayne locations. 3-1 Indy. Here's Jenks on the faceoff.
Come on, get the draw back. Start her out cleanly.
Jenks wins it. Comes back to Binkley. Binkley over to Sidlowski, top of the right circle shot.
On the net, rebound,
the puck
scramble.
is loose, and now it's in the back of the net. The referee
waved it
blew
off.
the whistle. The referee blew the whistle before it crossed the line.
Well, he was behind the net. He definitely lost sight of the puck as the scramble was in front. It looked like the goaltender got a piece of it and was holding on to it. He blew the quick whistle, but the Komets were still whacking at it. It went up in the air and dropped in behind the goaltender, but after the whistle was blown.
And Sean Sidlowski's going to get a penalty.
Yeah. He must have said something or something. We'll see if it's a penalty or he gets 10.
So that will be a very brief power play as Sean Sidlowski's 2 minutes up on the board. Wow, insult to injury there as the Komets thought they had a goal. It was a premature whistle by the referee, and then Sean Sidlowski got a penalty.
Yeah, he gets 2.
The puck was already covered.
Still haven't announced the penalty.
So Sidlowski is in the box. So we got 4-on-4 here. And the faceoff will be to the right of Kehler. Jenks will take the faceoff. Plouffe will be his opponent.
4-on-4. Drop the puck, guys. These linesmen, I'll tell you.
Goes into the corner. The Komets have got it. Jason Binkley on the right side. Binkley will come across the line. Got it poked away. Now it's played along the near side. Indy with the puck. Kirker will come across the line, but now he's just going to toss it all the way back into his zone, and Williams will come out. He'll stop it. And Wismierski will get it on the near side. It's Kirker on the left wing. It's going to go off the stick of Plouffe and into the corner. Kirker up along the far side has Łyszczarczyk on him, and now into the corner. Plouffe still with it up along the far side, feeds it to the point. Wismierski will get it all around the wall. Coming up along the near side. And now into the corner. Komets have got it. Łyszczarczyk with a head of
Lining
steam.
him up.
On to the right side. He'll enter the neutral zone. Łyszczarczyk trying to come across. And he does. McKenzie now on the left side. He handles the puck, looking for someone to give it to. Going to come up to the blue line. We're 4-on-4 here as the puck gets loose into the Komet zone, off the wall. And now back into the Indy zone goes to Shera. Josh McCardle goes back behind the net, but Anthony Petrozelli hustling on over onto the far side. Couldn't handle it. Need a little bit of help out there. And now the Fuel back with it. Bouncing puck into the Komet zone. Going to come up along the near side. It's Matt Thompson. Gets hit from behind, and it's going to be grabbed by Galipeau. Galipeau will feed it up along the near boards. And the Komets to Galipeau. Coming across the line. Galipeau now cutting to the net, and he goes below the goal line. Got a little
point.
too deep.
You got a point, man.
And Galipeau lost it. He's got to go all the way back into his own end. Galipeau feeds it up along the far side, and the Fuel have got it. Matt Thompson stick handles around Petrozelli, takes a wide turn, trying to enter the zone, and he does. Thompson on the right side takes a shot. Keeler the save. Doherty's able to mop it up, but not out. Ramsey, high slot, right side McCardle, top of the right circle. McCardle eyeing a shot, and McLaughlin rather eyeing a shot. He cycles it down low into the corner. Now a little give and go. And it is McLaughlin again coming up here in the slot. Now back up to the blue line. Look at McLaughlin. It's just stick handling everybody. And it goes along the far side.
Back to 5-on-5 again.
Schmalz all the way back into his own zone. And now McLaughlin again trying to play keep away. Now he'll enter the Komet zone on the right side. Drops it back. Shot save made.
Save. Good drop pass by Indy. Good quick shot on the net. Kehler had to come up big with that save. Knocked it down and made the glove save. Face-off stays in the Komet zone.
So Cole Kehler settled down here in the second period. He's come up with some big saves.
Yep, kept them in it right now. Down 3-1. They can't afford to go down another one.
Komets unfortunate not getting many scoring chances. Only really one good look here in the second period. One was taken off the board due to an early whistle. So it's still 3-1 Indy. Puck goes along the far side. Here's Ross. Ross will get it to Jermaine Lowen. Lowen on the right side. He'll come across the line. Lowen looking for someone to hand it off to. Got him in. And
nice play.
here's
Shot.
Ross with a shot and a save made. Coming into the corner. Big hit by Lowen. Finishes his check, and the puck goes into the Komet zone. Haas all the way up along the wall. Finds Lowen. Lowen down in the Komet zone. Over to Stewart. Backhander into the Indy zone. Alex Brooks down there. He'll take a big hit from Lowen as he unloads the puck into the Komet zone. Bryson Martin goes back. He goes underneath, back behind Cole Kehler. And Bryson Martin will give it a look. Trying to get some space. Gets it to Morasti on the right side. Morasti will send it in on a wheel. Williams, it goes off of his glove and now into the corner. Shoop up along the far side. Here come the Fuel. Pass. They got a 2-on-1.
Got 2 and the 3 of them coming in now.
Coming in on Kehler. Nice job there by Martin, but they got a man right out in front. Here's a shot. What a save by Kehler. Rebound is going to be stopped by Binkley. Oh.
Everybody standing around watching. Another man jumps into the high slot. Keeler has to come up big again.
And I think Jason Binkley got that second save. Now they come across again. A shot goes wide. And the puck up along the near side. Cut into the net as McIntyre goes back below, and it's taken away by Łyszczarczyk. Komets need to turn this into some offense. Up along the near side, and the Komets here on a line change. Uh-oh, we've got a 2-on-none. Drop back pass, they come in, shot. Save made by Kehler. Oh, what a save. And Kehler right now standing on his head because he's got no help out there defensively. As the Komets going to call for offside. Cole Kehler everywhere because the Komets had a 2-on-1, then a 3-on-none. And Kehler came up big.
Yes, he did. He's kept them in it so far. And wow, 3-on-none breakaway. All coming from the blue line.
We got a timeout. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Applebee's holiday gift cards are the best thing that's happened to elves since, well, pointy hats. Instead of making gifts in the workshop, I can give a $50 gift card and get a $10 bonus card for boneless wings and handcrafted burgers. Burgers. Applebee's gift cards. Now that's eating good in the neighborhood. Bonus card expires March 1st, 2020 and may not be redeemed on day of issuance. Restrictions apply. See cards for details.
Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Komets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com. Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Cole Kehler, the story here in the second period. The Komets not giving him much help out there.
Change it around, guys. We need a quick goal.
Jermaine Lowen into his own zone, trying to get it to Ross. Puck now is going to go down to Charles Williams. He'll stop it. He'll give it to Ramsey. And now the puck goes along the far side. Bouncing out, and here's Doherty. Doherty near the Komet bench. Runs into Kirker. And he's able to kick it back into the Indy zone. Back below the goal line, here is Brett McKenzie. McKenzie up along the wall to the blue line. Doherty with a drive. Score!
There we go. Here's a break.
And that's a big one. I think Taylor Ross tipped it. Makes it 3-2. And after the performance Cole Kehler has issued here in the second period, that is a big one because the Komets now grab the momentum after being pretty much dominated here in the second period. Let's see who gets this one. It was Doherty with a big blast for the far point. I think Ross may have touched it, but we'll get the word on the goal.
Yeah, I think Ross picked up the loose puck and was circling around. He had no play, so he threw it back to the point. And Doherty was there. He just let a quick shot go on the net. May have got deflected, but you can see the replay. It was slightly screened. The goaltender may not have seen it, or the deflection beat him, right? Yeah. Still can't see it. Ross was in front of the net. See if he gets it.
Komets cut the lead down to 1. It is 3-2 here in the second.
Fourth of the season, scored by number 61, Taylor Ross.
Ross gets the goal.
Ross will get it. Doherty the assist. And now the Komets looking for more. They play it down in the Indy zone up along the far side. Off the skate of Bayless. Bayless goes into the corner to Lowen. Lowen trying to get away from Teixeira. Teixeira will rip it off his stick, but not out, and it goes into the corner. Back up along the far side. Indy will get it out. Kyle Haas goes back. Haas all the way back up along the far side. Haas now on the left wing will come across. Haas now cutting to the net. It rolls down to Williams.
He holds on to it quickly.
Nice move there by Kyle Haas. Pretty nimble there.
Yep, Komets coming after him. Coming right back after him, trying to put some pressure on the Indy zone. The puck got loose and went to the net. Williams grabbed on. He's going to kill the play right now, and he'll take the face-off in the Indy zone again.
4:11 to go in the second period. It's 3-2. Komets down by a goal. And Indy shaking their heads a little bit because they pretty much dominated here in the second period. They had a breakaway, they had a 2-on-1, they had a 3-on-none, and unable to get one past Cole Kehler here in the second. Face off to the right, Charles Williams. Jenks to the far boards to Sean Sedlowski. Sedlowski trying to go to Łyszczarczyk, and he does. Łyszczarczyk trying to go up to the points, and the puck is intercepted. Fuel with the puck in their own zone. And out into the neutral zone. It is going to be fed into the corner, but offside will be the call. And now Indy, now they're playing like they've got a lot of injuries and new bodies in the lineup because now they're all kind of discombobulated out there.
Well, they'll drop the puck. They're going at it as hard as they can, trying to pick the pace back up and get some shots on goal. Face-off is outside the Komet zone. We got 3:55 left in this second period. Only down by 1. 3-2 Komets.
Face-off will be just outside the Komet blue line.
6 shots on goal by the Komets.
Jenks wins the drop, and we go to Galipeau. Galipeau will send it into the Indy zone. They get back on D and now played to Thompson. Thompson will give it up to McLaughlin. He'll come across the line, takes a shot. It goes wide, and we go into the corner. Up along the near boards. And now drop down into the corner. We got a battle for it. Galipeau comes in. He'll pick it up, and he'll scoot it over onto the right side. Doherty will rumble forward. He'll come across the line. The big defenseman going down into the corner. Doherty tried to center it, but he glanced it off the side of the cage to the blue line to Galipeau. Now back over. Here's Sean Sedlowski over to Łyszczarczyk. Couldn't handle the pass. Now here's a shot by McKenzie that goes wide. And stepping up is Doherty. Now it gets to the blue line, and it will be the Fuel coming across the line. Kirker goes into the corner, has McKenzie on his back. Now Kirker trying to keep it down into the corner. Komets are able to dig it out, and it's Doherty. Doherty will get it to Łyszczarczyk. Cross-ring pass. It's going to go tipped, and now back into the Komet zone. Along the far side, here's Plouffe. Plouffe into the corner, skates through a check. He's able to get it to the corner. And now up along the near side. McIntyre to the blue line, going wide of the net. Up along the far boards now, being chased by Łyszczarczyk. Gets to Ramsey. Ramsey with a drive and a save made by Kehler, and he'll hang on to it.
Yeah, he's able to see the puck as a shot from the point comes in. Defense grabbed onto somebody and pushed to the side. Kehler sees it, catches it, and started face-off over again.
2:30 to go in the period. Komets will get a fresh set of legs out there. 3-2 Indy, and the face-off will go to left of Cole Kehler, who has been the story here in the second period. Arasti will take the face-off, and it goes back to Michael Doherty for Indy. He'll flip it into the corner. Arasti up along the far side, can't get there. It's going to be peeled into the corner. And now going back is Chase Stewart. Stewart will send it up along the near side and into the corner. Arasti going after his man. And it is going to be a tie-up down there. Schmaltz up along the near side. The Komets are able to fish it out. And now it's going to dribble into the Indy zone. It'll be Jermaine Lowen. First one down there. Now up along the near side, Arasti with a shot from the boards. Blocked. And now Indy up with a rebound. Back into the Comet zone. It's Chase Stewart. Stewart trying to go back to Lowen. It's going to be tipped. Now on the left side. Haas will take a hit from behind. He unloads the puck in the Indy zone. Under 2 to go in the period. Here's the puck, going to go all the way down off the end wall. No icing on it as Kehler will play it. And Doherty has got it. Doherty on the near side. Plays it off the wall. And now the Fuel with the puck in their own end. Alex Brooks to the far side. Coming up on 1:20 to go in the period. And Alex Brooks will get it in the Comet zone.
Come on, guys. Last minute. Don't let up here.
Back up along the far side. Here's McLaughlin. Met there by Doherty, and the Komets will get it out. Here's Łyszczarczyk. Oh, just skipped over a stick. Komets almost had a 2-on-1 with Łyszczarczyk and Sidlowski.
Offside at the blue line.
1:06 to go. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Nelson, Mays, and Wonka. All famous Willies. But getting the Willies, it isn't fun. That creepy feeling you get when you see all your high-interest debt? Partners First Federal Credit Union has the cure for the Willies with products that are designed to help you. Nothing brings out those Willies more than a mortgage, car loan, or high-interest credit card. Partners First can keep those Willies away. Just go to partnersfirstcu.org to get started. Partners First Federal Credit Union. Part of your community. Part of your tomorrow. Partners First Federal Credit Union is an equal housing lender. MLS number 405819.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
1:02 to go here in the second period. 3-2 is our score. Indy with the lead.
Komets off, still stays in the Indy zone. Komets drawing the draw. 1:02 left in the period.
Komets 19 shots tonight. Indy with 23. Face off to the right of Charles Williams. And it goes up along the wall.
Last minute of the period.
And Indy can't get into the Comet zone. Plouffe up along the far side near the penalty boxes. And he'll toss it into the Comet zone. Kehler comes out of the pipes. And he'll give it up. Here's Haas. Haas will gain his own blue line. Left side, trying to go through a lot of bodies there on a cross-rink pass. And Indy will pick it off. Coming up along the far side, it's McIntyre. Double team down there. Coming up to the blue line. Now a pass is going to be tipped and back to the Indy blue line. Ramsey goes back for it. Flips ahead. Here's Ross. Ross has got it. Can the Komets get onside? They can. Here's Ross coming in on Williams. He shoots and a save made by Williams.
Side.
Back below the goal line. It's Ross again. Takes a shot. It is
scramble in front.
Is loose and it goes back behind the net. Into the corner. Plouffe after it. Plouffe now with 10 seconds to play. To the blue line. Galipeau. Galipeau will take a shot. That one is blocked. And now Galipeau still on the puck. The Komets still with it. 3 seconds left. The Komets trying to get a shot off. And now it's going to be angled off the wall as the horn sounds. And the Komets almost tie it up there right at the tail end of the period. Couple of good chances, but Charles Williams stands up tall in the Indy nets. And we're 3-2 going to the second break.
Well, 9 shots there on goal. And Komets get the one goal that they needed badly to get themselves back into the game. So they win the second period, still down by 1 at 3-2. But both teams still need to be shooting the puck a lot more than they are right now to open up the offense. Pretty close check it all the way through. And Indy sort of controlling the play as much as they can. Komets trying to force it a bit. Big third period coming up.
3-2. We're going to the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. Komets are down by a goal. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Fort Wayne's got big trash problems. Only one way to solve them. Curbside Container has a plan. If you got trash to haul, just give Curbside a call. From the biggest dump truck to an itty bitty can. Just call up Curbside Container. Ain't no need to call your mayor. Curbside Container will be there.
Facing an illness or injury that can't wait? Turn to ReadyMed. We're ready when your day doesn't go quite as planned with convenient hours 7 days a week. We offer after-hours appointments as well as x-ray and lab services in each of our convenient area locations. From minor accidents and injuries to fevers and flus, we're ready. To learn more, check wait times and save your spot in line. Visit ReadyMed.com. In case of a life-threatening emergency, call 911 or go to the nearest emergency department as soon as possible.
Napa know-how.
Why should you buy a 99-cent Napa bag? Because it's no ordinary bag. It can save you 20% on 3 or more items you can fit inside. Some call that magic. Others say it's the 8th wonder of the world. But whatever it is, it's the best way to save you 20% on brakes, filters, wipers, and more. Quality parts, helpful people. That's Napa know-how.
Napa know-how.
At participating Napa Auto Parts stores while supplies last. Minimum 3 items. Exclusions apply. Offer ends 10/31/19.
Take Midwest Gloves and Gear to work with you by using their full line of work gloves. Midwest Work Line features max performance gloves, PBR, along with a wide variety of Midwest branded gloves for any type of work. Midwest Gloves and Gear prides itself in being the largest manufacturer of American-made work gloves, and Midwest believes in investing in America. And that's why the Work Line features many styles made right here in the USA. For over 50 years, Midwest Gloves and Gear, Chillicothe, Missouri.
And the Komets have a penalty shot in overtime to win it. Come on, come on.
Hey, Dad, do you know where my goggles are?
Yeah, 1 sec. I'll help you find it right after this. Wait, why are you soaking wet?
Oh, I was just swimming in the basement.
You were what? Oh, great. Watering your basement? Don't know what to do next? Tell your insurance agent you want to work with Hayes & Sons. Because at Hayes & Sons, we do restoration right. Visit HayesandSons.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. Our score is 3-2 Indy over the Fort Wayne Komets. And it is the second intermission, and we are at home, which means it is time for our Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game. And if you want to be the next guest statistician of the game, just visit Kaleidoscope Floors on Facebook or Twitter and say you want to be the next guest statistician of the game. Each winner will sit in the press box, keep stats, and be interviewed live on WoWo, which I'm going to do right now with tonight's guest statistician of the game, Logan Crozier. And Logan, are you having a good time?
Yeah.
All right, first of all, let's get to know you. How old are you? Where you go to school and all that good stuff?
I'm 12. I go to school at Lane Middle School.
And what grade are you in?
6th.
6th grade. All right, he's got his stat sheet, and he is all ready to take over. So, Logan, can you tell us who scored the goals tonight?
In the first period, Indy scored first. Number 5, Ramsey for them scored. And assisting was number 19 and 17. The second goal was also scored by Indy. 19 McLaughlin scored that goal with an assist of 9 and 28.
There you go.
The third goal was scored by the Komets. That was the Teddy Bear toss goal. 47 AJ Jenks scored that goal with an assist of 4 Binkley and 88 Łyszczarczyk.
Good job. All right, 2 more to go.
And the fourth goal that was scored in the first period was scored by Indy again. That goal was scored by 24 Doherty with an assist of 15.
Okay, and then we had one more there by the Komets. Who got that one?
I did. In the second period, that was the Komets scored. It was 61 Taylor Ross.
Taylor Ross. Close enough.
Assisting was 24 Doherty and 14 McKenzie.
There you go. That's all there is to it. Well, thanks a lot, Logan. Did you have a good time here tonight?
Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's get another goal. Let's get a couple more. Let's get a win here tonight.
Yeah.
All right, Logan Crozier, our Kaleidoscope Floors guest statistician of the game. We're going to take a break. We're in the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Ever wish you could get medical care without leaving home or interrupting work or travel? Now you can with Parkview On Demand. Parkview On Demand is a video service that lets you speak directly to a doctor or healthcare provider, all from your computer or smartphone, 24 hours a day, from anywhere in the U.S. Just download the app or visit parkview.com/on-demand. There's no driving to a doctor's office, and Parkview On Demand can even send prescriptions right to your pharmacy. It's quality, convenient care for non-emergencies like colds and flu, sinus infections, pink eye, skin rashes, and more, all for just $49 a call. It's great for kids away at college, too. Go to parkview.com/on-demand or download our app from Google Play or the iPhone App Store. Parkview On Demand. The care you need wherever you are.
Komets Sons Funeral Homes have been serving Fort Wayne and area families since it was founded in 1925. Now a member of the Dignity Memorial Network, Komets provides pre-planning, funeral planning, cremation, and memorialization services. Compassionate local care, the most meaningful services celebrating a life well lived, all provided at the best value. Komets Sons Funeral Homes, a Dignity Memorial provider.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back alive at the Coliseum. We got a good one going here tonight. Komets down by a goal, however, and the Komets playing pretty short-handed here tonight. The Komets did get A.J. Jenks back in the lineup, but Sean St. Amant, who was also activated after missing those the last two games out in Idaho, did not return after the first period. So the Komets are without their leading goal scorer and their leading point scorer, Brady Shaw, who was called up to Cleveland of the AHL. Also out Brad Ross and Matt Bowden. So the Komets looking to get it all together here in the third period. We are going to take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an auto owner's independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with auto owner's insurance.
For all of your insurance needs, visit Insurance and Financial Services in Auburn.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets. And
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Back live at the Coliseum. The Komets are down 3-2 tonight to the Indy Fuel. Komet fans, every week we have got a new episode of the Huntington University Komets podcast, and we've had some fantastic episodes this year. Sean Sadlowski, Matt Bowdens, and a host of others. So if you want to check out all of those, just go to komets.com and click on the podcast. Go to Fan Zone, and then you can find the podcast. Or if you use Apple Podcasts, you can also find it there. This week's episode, a very cool one. Jermaine Oloan sat down with me while we were in Boise, Idaho, and this kid has got a very unique story, and I would recommend listening to this episode because this is a very special young man, and he had quite the fight here tonight, and he is quickly becoming a fan favorite, and it was a great interview. We will take a break, and we'll come back and play a little bit more of this week's episode of the Huntington University Komets podcast with Jermaine Lowen. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
Are you looking for a great way to entertain family, friends, clients, or employees? Or just treat yourself to a night of entertainment? Luxury suites or club seats at the Memorial Coliseum can be exactly what you're looking for. Whether it's a Fort Wayne Komet hockey game or other sporting event, a concert or family show, suites and club seats at the Coliseum are available on a single event basis. Amazing food and drinks delivered right to your seat. You'll never miss a moment of the action. Call the Premium Seating Office, 260-480-2186. About the suites and club seats at the Memorial Coliseum.
Life is busy enough. And when you add finding a doctor, it can be overwhelming. Lutheran Health Network now makes it possible to find a doctor with just one phone call to 844-LHN-DOCS. One call lets you schedule an appointment with one of more than 50 primary care providers in our network. Just call 844-LHN-DOCS. Finding a doctor with just one call, that's life, powered by Lutheran. Lutheran Health Network includes physician-owned hospitals.
Don't get stuck in the penalty box next season and upgrade to a Real ID. As of October 1, 2020, a Real ID compliant driver's license or state identification card is required to board commercial flights within the United States, visit military bases, and entering certain federal facilities. To view a complete list of required documentation needed to upgrade to a Real ID, visit realid.in.gov.
Time now for the Big City Cars Big Intermission Show.
Because I don't like to know too much, but I know a little bit of the story. So that's what we're going to go back, and we're going to go all the way back. You go all the way back to birth. I mean, that's where your situation started, all the way back in Jamaica, right? You're the first Jamaican-born NHL draftee. But let's take us back to how you got to Canada. So let's go all the way back.
Yeah. So going all the way back. So when I was in Jamaica, my parents, the ones that adopted me now, they were on a missions trip, like a humanitarian aid trip. There was a hurricane down there. I can't remember what year, but it was, I think, early 2001, somewhere around then. There was a massive hurricane that had hit Jamaica, and so the orphanage had its roof was blown off, and my parents decided that at the time, I didn't know they were my parents, decided to come down and do some work there, and I happened to be there, and they caught an eye of me, and they asked about me, and then they just started the whole process of adoption and kind of building the steps to help bring me home. And then I moved all the way out to Manitoba. From Jamaica, you're in that environment where it's very, it's crammed up, and then you didn't really know anything outside of Jamaica. I didn't know much. I knew a little bit about U.S., but I didn't have a very big sense of geography just because of, it was just a small island, and we kind of focused on ourselves. And then I was out in Manitoba. I got there when I was 5 years old. Moved to a little town called Arborg, Manitoba, and my family lives out there, and went to school for a few years. And then my buddy was like, kind of how I began playing hockey was just through one of my friends. He asked me, he was like, would you be interested in coming to play hockey? Like, I've been enjoying it. I've been playing rec hockey. And I was like, you know what, I might be interested in it. Like, I love the game of hockey, and I played it a lot in the ponds, and I had the, some natural abilities on the ice, and I just was like, you know what, maybe I'll give it a try. And so I talked to my parents about it. I was like, hey, like, wouldn't it be cool, like, if I was play hockey or something like that? And they were like, yeah, let's give it a try. We'll give it 1 year. I was like, Are you kidding me? Like one year, 1 year trial. I was like, and I was like, you know what? It's not like I thought in my head. It's not going to be a 1 year thing. Like, I'm gonna love this thing, and I'm gonna get addicted to it. Anyway, so I had my first season. My first practice. My first practice was the craziest thing ever. Like, I was a little Bambi out there. I had the ability. I just didn't really understand the game because I played a pond. I didn't have like blue lines and all that. And then once I got out there, and I was always offsides. Like, I was just trying. I was trying to like find my way around because I was like, well, I played soccer growing up, and so it was just about being strategic and, trying to find that gap and get behind the defense and trying to time everything so you can get breaks and run through balls and all that when you play soccer. And then the coach was like, you know what, like, you gotta be behind the blue line so you can get the puck and then go in it. So so we had that, and then I did a lot. The coach put me on defense. He was like, nah, you can't play D. So that's
backwards.
I couldn't skate backwards. I didn't know how to skate backwards, but I kind of knew how to skate forward. So I stuck in forward, and then had a good year in rec, and then just from there I just continued to work, and then played some spring hockey in Winnipeg, and in the springtime we played on some pretty elite teams. Learned quickly how to that kind of was the step for me, was to play spring hockey, get a lot of hockey and get a lot of reps. And then just kept growing in my game, and then I played for the Interlake Lightning, which is a Bantam AAA team out of the Interlake region. So it's like an hour. I lived like an hour north of Winnipeg, and in that region, it's called Interlake. And we went to tryouts and everything, and it was 30 kids at tryouts, and so the odds were, if I would have been in a bigger city or center, I probably wouldn't have made the squad. But I found a way. The numbers game helped me that time, so I was happy about that.
So going back to Jamaica, I mean, you were in an orphanage. So you were 5 years old when you were adopted. Was that?
Yeah.
Okay, so you're 5. So obviously it was a rough situation being in an orphanage. I mean, Jermaine Lowen from this week's episode of the Huntington University Komets podcast. We'll play a little bit more of that tomorrow night when the Cincinnati Cyclones are in town. But if you want to go ahead and listen to it all right now, go to Komets.com and click on podcasts, and you can hear all that episode along with all the others. 3-2, Indy has got the lead. We're going to the third period here at the Coliseum. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.
Enjoy your backyard. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces to see a huge selection of paver and retaining wall systems for your home. While you're there, you can learn about the outdoor fireplace options that are available from Outdoor Lifestyles. And be sure to check out the showroom for the latest indoor models from Heatolator. Visit Knob Brick and Fireplaces at 4936 Knob Road or on the web at knobbrick.com. NOBBRICK.com. Knob Brick and Fireplaces, Fort Wayne's only locally owned real brick and mortar store.
Daniel Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram on Illinois Road has added some new players to the team this year. Introducing the all-new Jeep Gladiator and Ram 1500. Also now in the starting lineup is the all-newly redesigned Jeep Cherokee. It's capable, modern, and stylish, all wrapped into one. The new scrapper on the team is the all-new Dodge Challenger Hellcat Red Eye. With almost 800 horsepower, this secret weapon will leave the competition wondering what hit them. We also have an awesome lineup of our new line of commercial ProMaster vans for all your work needs. Come see the complete lineup of new Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram trucks all in one place. O'Daniel is a proud sponsor of Comet Hockey, and we invite all the fans to come experience the O'Daniel difference when buying your next car, truck, or SUV. O'Daniel on Illinois Road next to Meyer, or online at o'danielauto.com.
You're listening to Comet Hockey.
2 big points on the line here at the Coliseum. The Komets are down by a goal, 3-2. And the reason why these points are important, we have 2 games that have gone final as we take a look at the Meyer out-of-town scoreboard. Cincinnati falls tonight in overtime, 6-5 against the Kalamazoo Wigs. So Cincinnati, they gain a point. They now have 40, and that gains 1 more on the Komets and the Toledo Walleye. The Walleye unable to gain any ground. They are shut out tonight, 3-0 by the Wheeling Nailers. So the Komets have got a chance to gain ground all around here tonight. But Indy not making it easy on us. No. They played a good defensive hockey game. Cole Kehler came up big in the second period, and the Komets find themselves down by 1 as we start up period number 3 here at the Coliseum.
Shoot the puck, guys. We need some shots.
Puck goes along the far side as we get things going now. We go below the goal line for Charles Williams, so we'll wrap it up along the near side. The Komets are able to get there. Bayless is tripped up, and now the Fuel coming back the other direction. Plouffe coming across, offside. And they're going to be offside. And the Komets have got Indy off of their game a little bit there in the second period. Some more missed timing, and the Komets also playing with some bodies usually in there. Sean St. Amant, he is the big one out right now. Started the game but did not come out of the locker room after the first period.
Face off just outside the Comet zone. Jenks will take the draw with Sidlowski and Lazar.
Puck goes to the center line. Indy with it. They'll toss it into the Comet zone. Bryson Martin, first one there, goes along the far side. Łyszczarczyk will get it out only momentarily as the Fuel get it back in the Comet zone. Now it goes. Looks like a hand pass there, and that will stop things. So a couple of quick whistles here in the third period. And let's see where they're going to put the face-off.
They're going all the way in the Indy zone.
We'll take that.
Yep. It's one way of getting out of our zone. Let's win the draw back there, guys. Jenks will stay in the draw for the Komets.
Face off the left of Williams. Goes underneath, below the goal line. Far side now. Here in the Indy zone. Łyszczarczyk gets it to the blue line. Jenks can't quite hang on to it. And now it's going to be back into the Indy zone. Teixeira over onto the far side. Now Teixeira coming right down the middle of the ice. All the way through everybody.
Over the stick. That'll be icing.
Yes, that will be an icing. So the Komets need to take advantage.
Back into the Indy zone it goes. Line change Komets.
Face off in the Indy end. Go to the right of Williams this time. McKenzie in the face-off circle.
Petroselli over here on the right wing.
Here's the drop. Oh, bad drop there. McKenzie never moved his stick. So we'll do it again.
Trying to get the crowd into it. Let's go, guys.
McKenzie and Joe Sullivan in the face-off circle. And here's the drop. Sullivan will get it in the corner. And now McCardle will feed it ahead. It's going to come across the line on the right side. They got a man cutting to the net. Here is a backhander. It goes wide and off the end wall. They still have it. Here's a shot. Save made by Kehler, and he's able to hang on.
Wow. We stand around. We don't force the play on them. They just stand around. The puck gets fired on the net as we try to pick up the loose rebound. Indy, very aggressive. They get around the net. They start to buzz. Face-off will stay in the Komet zone. Kehler comes up big with two quick saves there.
9,398 here on hand. And they've seen a tight one here tonight. Komets still trail by a goal. Here's the face-off coming up to the blue line. Indy will grab a hold of it. There's a shot. Save made off the stick of Kirker. And hanging on is Kehler. Snapped it right out of the air. The face-off. Stay in the Komet zone.
That's a perfect example right there. He had no play at all. He circled over on the far boards, just turned and fired at the net. No play, throw it at the net, see what will happen. Kehler made the save and held on.
And Thompson will take the face-off for Indy. In there with Morasti. It goes into the corner. And now back up along the far side, Jermaine Lowen. Lowen with a one-armer all the way up along the near side. It's going to come into the neutral zone, and now that will find its way into the Indy bench. So a little slow going here in the third period. A lot of whistles. 18:25 to go in the third. Cincinnati in town for the second time tomorrow night, 7:30 start time. Paul Patron night, and it is also kids seat free night. Face off just outside the Komet blue line. Morasti will take it with Thompson. And the puck is going to go into the Komet zone. Chase Stewart with it. Slides it over onto the far side. Haas now to Lowen. Lowen trying to get it across the line. Indy pokes it aside, but it still finds its way into the Indy zone. And Jermaine Lowen comes away with it. He goes into the corner. Lowen goes below the goal line, sends it around the wall. Chase Stewart stepping up. He has stood up on the play, and now here comes Indy back the other way. It's going to be Kirker. Kirker toe drag, trying to get a shot off. It's going to go into the corner. And now Morasti is down there. Backhander rips it all the way around the wall. Onto the near side, coming to the blue line. And now it will be Bayless. Bayless will come across. Scott Lowen with him. Bayless going to go into the corner, trying to drop it off to Lowen, but it's intercepted. And now the fuel with it. Matt Thompson handling the puck. We'll get it to Schultz, and now he'll slam it into the Komet zone. It's going to go off the end glass and now into the corner. Komets have it. Jason Binkley. 3-2 Indy. Doherty, backhander off the glass, and now Łyszczarczyk will pick up the loose puck. Łyszczarczyk off the wall, trying to play it, and now it'll be back the other way. Here is a shot. It's going to go wide and back along the far side, and the Komets have got it. Doherty coming across the line. Now it's Jenks. Jenks to Sidlowski. Slide over. Here's a shot. Just missed wide. Łyszczarczyk puts it right out in front. Bouncing puck. Sidlowski with it. Tries to flatten it out. It was rolling on him. And now the puck comes to the blue line and out. Komets with the best scoring chance here in the third period.
Right there.
Pass off the stick of Łyszczarczyk. Sedlowski is there on the near side. It's going to be Sedlowski to the blue line. Drops it off. Here's a shot. It goes wide. Coming up to Binkley on the near boards. Binkley at the blue line. Giving it up, far side. Here's Martin with a shot, missed it. And back on the near side, it will be Indy with the puck. Going to go off the wall. And now Binkley gets it back to Łyszczarczyk. He'll hand it off Petruzzelli, fresh off the bench. Petruzzelli now coming in on Williams. Here's a shot, save made.
High.
The rebound is right in front. Williams got it. And now the Komets with it again. Below the goal line, McKenzie out over, trying to go to Ross. Tipped up top, back over. Ross with a shot, just whistled wide. Far side, Marasti coming up. He'll pick it up, got his pocket pick. And now off the glass, and down it goes. Komets with it again. Doherty on the near side. He'll flip it ahead. Petruzzelli hard to McKenzie. McKenzie will get it into the Indy zone. And Williams will have to come out of the nets, and he'll play it. Up along the far side, jabbed at, and now it will be Marasti right off the bench. He'll flip it in. Komets will change it up. And it's sent around the wall. Doherty zips it back into the Komet zone, but there's Jermaine Lowen. Komets trying to transition back the other way, but Galipeau could not hang on to it. Puck goes behind the net. Now up along the near side. Indy with it. Schmaltz up along the far side. Going to go down into the corner. His pass, no good. Now back up along that far side. Indy still with it. Komets trying to get it out. Galipeau on his man. They go back behind the net. They try and wrap it around. Centering play.
Clear the zone.
And the Komets are there. Bouncer going to come in the Indy zone. Here's Bayless. Bayless snaps the pass. Here's Lowen with a shot. It's blocked.
Defenseman got in front of that.
And it's going to get out. Galipeau with it. He'll move it over to Chase Stewart in the Komet zone. Stewart quickly onto the far side. Komets will get it in. They get it on Williams. He'll jam it aside. Lowen on the puck. Lowen down in the corner. Sean Sedlowski got a man coming. Here is Jenks. Jenks couldn't get a shot off. And the other way. Here comes McLaughlin. He'll come across the line. He'll flip it in. Kehler will come out. It's still 3-2 Indy. Here's Chase Stewart with the puck. Banking up along the near side. And now it's going to be grabbed by Shoop. Shoop will come across the line. He's met there by Chase Stewart, and it's going to go back into the Komet zone. Third period definitely gone the Komets' way, but they can't get a goal. Long stretch pass going to come into the Indy zone. First one is Łyszczarczyk. Tries to center it. Williams comes out, and he's able to snag it. Goes behind the net. Komets looking for a penalty. Jenks is hauled down, and now the play is going to continue. Back into the Komet zone. Here's a shot. Save made by Kehler. He's able to find it. Kehler is able to trap it, and he'll get a whistle.
Yeah, that hit Kehler up high on the shoulder, I believe. And he may be shaken up a little bit.
Kehler's mask came off. Looks like he's all right. He'll pop back up. So the face-off will be in the Komet zone. 14-12 to go, third period. Face-off will be to the left of Cole Kehler, still adjusting his mask.
Referee giving him a little time to get back into it, and Kehler ready to go now.
Brett McKenzie will take the face-off. McKenzie collecting 6 points on that 6-game road trip the Komets were on. Here's the drop, one by Indy. Here's a shot, save made. Rebound is going to go back below the net in the corner. And now Bryson Martin on it for the Komets. Pitches it forward. Petruzzelli reaching for it, trying to get it through a sea of sticks. And now Plouffe hangs onto it. Now it gets loose to Binkley. Komets will jam it ahead. Petruzzelli goes back into his own end, looking to get reset on the far side. Moved ahead, and it's going to go all the way into the Indy zone. This should be an icing. We will take a quick break. 3-2 Indy. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Outback Steakhouse invites all Komet fans to check out their great menu of steaks and seafood at their Village of Coventry location. Whether it's the center cut sirloin or the bone-in ribeye, you just can't beat the quality of Outback Steakhouse. Open 7 days a week. Get your steak or seafood prepared just the way you like it. And while you're at Outback, don't miss out on the famous bloomin' onion. Outback Steakhouse located in the village of Coventry, just off the I-69 Jefferson exit on Fort Wayne's southwest side.
WOWO and WMEE HD2 Fort Wayne.
Comet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Gregory Associates in Fort Wayne.
We're in the third period here at the Coliseum. The Komets are down by a goal, but they've got the puck in the Indy zone. Not for long. It's chopped out now on the left side. Schmaltz goes after it. He goes into the corner here in the Komet zone looking for some help. Checked down off the play by Bryson Martin. Indy still with the puck, however. Teixeira will get it into the corner, but Martin is there. He'll wheel it up along the far side. Taylor Ross is able to get it out to the center ice logo, but back to Teixeira. Teixeira feeds it ahead, trying to catch the Komets on a line change. It'll come across the line. Oh, here's Kirker coming in. What a save again by Kehler. Play will continue. It was Watson with the shot, and now the puck is going to come all the way in to the Indy zone. Here is Bayless, and Cole Kehler appears to be shaken up.
Yeah, maybe groin area looked like he stretched out pretty far. Komets with the pressure, though.
Bayless on the far side in front. Here's a shot, and it's going to go wide. Bayless down here in the corner. Bayless up along the far side with a man on his back. Marasti is able to get it deep, and the Komets still on it. Jermaine Lowen up along the near side. Lowen double team down there, needs some help, and the puck now comes loose into the Komet zone. And now back up along the far side. It is going to come to the blue line. Now out in front, it'll be Sean Sedlowski. Sedlowski will get it. It's going to be tipped up along the near boards and now off the wall. Puck is going to come across the line. Now they are going to go into the corner, and it's snagged by the Fuel, Spencer Watson. Watson drops it over. Wismierski's going to go into the corner, back below the goal line. And here is Doherty up along the far side. Now it comes to the blue line, held him, and now the Komets get it back low. And here's Sedlowski coming across the line, needs some help. Sedlowski right side, he'll take a shot. Save made by Williams.
He had two men going to the net, so he fired it, but the goaltender Williams got his glove on it and made the save. Good shot by Sedlowski to get it to the net, but nobody can get a stick on it.
3-2 Indy, 11:36 to go in the third. We'll take a break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WOWO.
The Holiday Inn at the Coliseum, located across from the Memorial Coliseum, is the official home of the Komets. Whether it's a corporate meeting to large wedding receptions or just a getaway weekend, the Holiday Inn has you covered. Event space in the Holiday Inn can hold up to 300 people, and with 151 guest rooms, the Holiday Inn is ready to meet your personal or business needs. With a highly trained staff at the Holiday Inn, you can count on things being done right. Contact the Holiday Inn at the Coliseum to schedule your event today at 260-579-9135.
Cheer on your hometown team, the Fort Wayne Komets, throughout the season with your hometown dealer.
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
The only dealer to give you up to $5,555 more than your trade is worth, with payments as low as $79. Plus, we'll even pay off your lease or loan in full, no matter what you owe. It's gonna be a winning season with your Fort Wayne Komets and
Big City Cars on Lima Road.
Online at BigCityCars.com.
And now back to Komet Hockey.
Coming out of the timeout, Sean Sedlowski had a good-looking scoring chance, but Charles Williams coming up big. Cole Kehler, he's been huge tonight, especially in that second period. He's come up big here in the third as well.
Goaltenders made some big saves, but they've only had 4 apiece on each of them, but they've been quality saves. Kept the game going the way it is right now. 4 shots apiece by both teams. Not a lot of shots. Keep shooting, guys.
Jenks will take the face-off. Wins it in front. Here's a shot that goes high. Scooped up off the wall and out of the zone. Komets drift back. And here's Chase Stewart. Stewart will pitch it over to Haas. Haas pass does not get off the stick of Sedlowski, and that'll be an icing. And we're going to go down and have a face-off in the Komet zone. 11:19 to go in the third. Little mistake there by the rookie Haas. He had Sedlowski wide open up along the far side.
He fired a pass about knee-high at him, and you can't handle that. Icing back into the zone. Komets at it here tomorrow. Cincinnati in town, 7:30. That'll be a good one.
Here's the puck drop, and it goes into the corner. It'll be Haas with it. Haas up along the far side. We'll get it to the neutral zone. Up along the far board, Sean Sidlowski had a man on his back, tipped back into the Comet zone. Comes out, Kehler will stop it. 3-2 Indy. Haas with the puck. Angling to his left. He'll flip it into the Indy zone. It goes into the corner and off the wall. All the way into the Comet zone. Angled backwards. And now the Comets again come ahead with it. Petrozelli across the line. Pass goes behind McKenzie. McKenzie is able to wrap it off the wall, and it goes into the corner. McKenzie down there with Teixeira. And now it gets to Petrozelli. Petrozelli shaking and moving. He goes into the corner. Now he cuts to the net. And he lost it. The puck goes back below the goal line. Fuel with the puck up along the far side. And it goes to McKenzie. He lost it. Now Indy will clear the zone. Bouncer all the way in to the Comet zone, but quickly back to neutral territory. The Comets now get it across. Here's Ross. Ross on the near side. Comets get a break. They come right in front. Here's a shot. It's blocked. Petrozelli was in front of the net, but the defenseman blocked it. And now off the wall here on the left wing. Sam Kirker on the left side will get it into the Comet zone. It goes off the blocker of Cole Kehler. And the Comets pick it up, back on the attack. Long pass on the right side, looking for Bayless. Goes off of his stick, and the Fuel are able to get it back. Here's McLaughlin. He'll drop it back, and they got a man right out in front. Knocked away by the Comets. Lowen turned in the corner. Lowen off the wall. And he's going to get it into the neutral zone. Gets bumped from behind by Kirker, and now Indy will bring it back into the Comet zone. Thompson with a shot on Kehler. With a save, and he'll hang on to it.
Indy got in pretty tight then. Used the defenseman as a screen. Quick wrist shot right into the midsection. Kehler makes the save and holds on. No rebound. Face-off stays in the Comet zone. Line change by both teams again.
Indy out shooting the Comets 28-25 here tonight. And we're under 10 to go. 9:37 to go in the third. Comets down by a goal. Jack Morasti will take the face-off.
Come on, guys. They waste more time for these linesmen trying to figure out the face-off than they do anything, don't they?
Puck is dropped, and Doherty comes away with it for the Comets. Big defenseman rumbles forward. Doherty coming across the line. Here's Bayless. Bayless comes up top to the point. Galipeau, he breaks it, takes a shot. It's blocked. Galipeau back up along the far side. Great hustle. Now he goes downstairs looking for Jermaine Lowen. Gets to Bayless up along the far side. Now McIntyre will dig it out for the Fuel, and he'll get it back up along the near boards. Back into the Indy zone. Brooks will send it around the wall. And it's tapped at by McIntyre and out of the zone. Quickly, Doherty will slam it back into the Indy zone. Peels it up along the wall. Sean Sidlowski there. Flips it up. Galipeau with a shot. Just missed it.
Hit the net, guys.
And he had Williams beat, too. He reacted late. Indy with the puck in front of their own net. And now banked off the glass. Gloved out of the air by Doherty. On the near side, it'll be Jenks trying to get across the line. Able to get it in the corner, but can't control it. Coming to the blue line and grabbed by Doherty. Doherty will take a shot. Williams the save.
Jenks in front, trying
there to tip it. Jenks still with the puck. Jenks now sends it around the wall. Sean Sidlowski on the near wing. Sidlowski lost it, and now back into the Comet zone. Now let's go. It's going to be tipped, rather. Someone touched to that on the Indy bench. Get a stoppage. 8:17 to go in the third. The Comets getting some great looks, but so far, nothing past Williams.
Yep, they got to get those shots on goal. 2 shots attempt there, both of them blocked. One missed the net. Face-off outside the Comet zone. 8:17 to go in the period in the game. Down by 1, the Comets.
Brett McKenzie will take the face-off for the Comets. And it comes out to the center line. Skips back into the Indy zone. Back for it is McCardle. McCardle will get in the Comet end. And now here's Haas. He goes off the end wall. Onto the right side to Chase Stewart. His pass intercepted. Indy will keep it in. Sullivan gets it in the corner, but Haas will wheel it around. He gets it out to the blue line. Oh, that's just out. And that'll be offside on Indy. So, face-off will be just outside of the Comet blue line. Comets regrouping with a lot of lineup changes. since we left Idaho on Sunday.
Yeah.
Max Gottlieb got called up. Marcus Phillips also called up to Ontario. So 2 big holes right there at the blue line for the Komets. Also, Sean St. Amand, who started this game, will not finish it.
Yeah, we'll have to see what the problem is there. That's important injury right there.
Brady Shaw not in the lineup. He got called up to Cleveland earlier today. So the Komets here down by a goal, plugging away. They come across the line. Here's Bayless. Morasti with a shot. Missed it. Back on the far boards. Down low. Here is Jermaine Lowen. Lowen up along the near side to the blue line. Binkley got it off the leg. Now Binkley will take a shot, and Williams will make the save.
Yep. Binkley take the shot. That's all he had. Throw the net. He got up a little high. Goaltender able to catch it. You want it down into the pads or the stick area, so there's a rebound, but got it up a little high this time. Face-off will stay in Indy zone. Both teams change lines again.
7:34 to go in the third. Komets catching up on shots on goal, 28-27. But Indy still leads this 3-2. All the scoring in the first 2 periods. Jenks will take the face-off. Jenks gets it in front of the net. Komets can't get a shot on. And it goes along the far side. Here's Bryson Martin with a rip. That is blocked. Komets keep it in just momentarily. Sean Sadlowski getting back. He's able to get it to Bryson Martin. Martin turned it over. And Indy's going to be offside. Yeah.
Good call, linesman. It was close, but we get the benefit of the break. Face off outside the zone.
Michael Doherty thought he was going to have a good scoring chance, but the linesman said no. Face off will be just outside the Komets blue line.
Full schedule of games tonight and also tomorrow night. So everybody getting their games in before the Christmas break.
Jenks on the face-off. Sullivan in there for Indy. And Komets win it. Binkley to Sean Sadlowski. Now back to Binkley. Now Komets will come across the line. Jenks on the right side. Goes down into the corner. Sends it around the wall to the blue line. That's going to skip out. This should be an icing on Indy.
Yep, back it goes.
7:04 to go in the third. And the Komets will have a chance to win this face-off in the Indy zone.
They change up the defense. They keep the forward line the same. Jenks is out there with Sadlowski and Lazar.
And Jenks, after missing 5 games, still masterful in the face-off circle. And he's out there to win this drop. Doherty and Galipeau back at the blue line. And it goes up along the wall. Sadlowski is there. Can he feed it along the point? No. Komets get it. Jenks along the wall. Jenks now coming in. Jenks now in front. Patience and a shot. And it's blocked. What patience there by A.J. Jenks trying to get around the sliding defenseman. Puck goes to Łyszczarczyk at the center line. Łyszczarczyk will scoot it back in. Williams will stop it. And Williams goes back into the corner. Komets get it. Here's Jenks coming out in front of the nets. He could not get a shot off and back the other way. Another icing on Indy.
Nope, waved off this one.
Doherty will grab it, and the Komets have got the fuel on their heels. Long stretch pass. Komets come forward with it. It's going to be blocked. And now McIntyre's got it for Indy. He'll come across the line. McIntyre puts it out in front. Nice toe stop there by Kehler. And the net is dislodged. Got the right leg on it. Keeps it out of the net, and we still got a 3-2 hockey game.
Face-offs are going to be outside the zone, I imagine. They're all pointing that way.
6:15 now to go in the third. And the face-off will be outside of the Komet blue line. Brett McKenzie will take the face-off. And it goes along the far side, back into the Komet end. Here's Stewart, wraps it off the wall. And touched up, back into the Indy zone. Shoop, back for Indy. Onto the far side, now returns to Shoop. Shoop will come right down the middle of the ice. Hits the center line, he'll flip it into the Komet zone. Kehler will come out, he'll stop it behind the net. Kehler Plays on the near side to Chase Stewart. Stewart trying to get to Petrozelli, and he does. Petrozelli banks it off the glass. Glove down out of the air by Matt Thompson. Offside will be the call. And we've got a timeout. 5:45 to go in the third. Coming right down to the wire. 3-2 Indy. You're listening to Comet Hockey on Whoa Whoa.
Hi, welcome to the Subway ad for 5 6-inch subs starting at $3. How would you like it?
From a train conductor.
Well, then let's roll.
Tickets. The Subway 6-inch Express departs daily, making stops at destinations like the Black Forest Ham Cold Cut Combo or the Spicy Italian. Pick from 5 6-inch subs starting at $3. Sit back and enjoy. Subway, make it what you want. All aboard!
Limited time only at participating restaurants. Prices may vary. Additional charge for extras plus applicable tax. No additional discounts or coupons may be applied.
Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn is always open to the public. You're enjoying a hockey game right now, but that doesn't mean you can't dream about golf. Warm days on a beautifully manicured course sounds good, right? Bridgewater Golf Club is an 18-hole par 72 course with tees for every skill level. Also, you can enjoy the Bridgewater full-service restaurant that's open year-round. Visit bridgewatergc.com to see everything Bridgewater Golf Club in Auburn has to offer. Enjoy the rest of the game. You're listening to Comet Hockey.
.545 to go in the third. The Komets are down by a goal. 3-2 as Brett McKenzie into the face-off circle. Just outside the Komet blue line, it's dropped. And Ramsey will get it into the Komet zone. Back behind the net, Kehler. Kehler will get it to Binkley. Binkley coming up along the near side. He'll get to his own blue line. He'll flip it into the Indy zone. And back down we go into the Komet zone.
2 more strides. He's over the red line, dumps it in, no icing. The forwards are moving. A little too heads up. Get the puck over that blue red line before you dump it in.
Face off to the right of Kehler. And here's the drop, and it goes to Jason Binkley. Binkley back behind the net. Off the wall. Gets it to Petrozelli. Pass over onto the far boards. Komets will dip it into the Indy zone. After it is Teixeira. He'll bake it off the glass. Coming to the blue line. Bryson Martin will keep it in. Slides it over onto the far or the near side, and nobody there. Dropped into the Komet zone. Kehler goes back behind the net. Far side. Komets with it. Pass off the wall. Intended for Petrozelli.
I thought he got a piece of it. He didn't. Another break pass up the ice. Trying to hit a man on the fly. Missed him with it. Icing back into the zone.
5 minutes to go here in the third. To the left of Cole Kehler. Had a shaky first period, but he has been wonderful ever since.
Yep. Kept a minute right now. 5 minutes to go in the game. Down by 1.
Here's the puck drop. Here's a shot that goes wide of the net. Komets pick it up. Bryson Martin. Martin ahead, bouncer to the center line. Petrozelli coming across, needs some help. Komets are changing. Petrozelli goes down into the corner. Petrozelli still on the puck, double team. Now he gets some reinforcement down there as Jermaine Lowen. Lowen goes along the far side, crunches his man off the puck. The Komets will keep it in, coming up to the blue line. Chase Stewart has got to run it down as it rims all the way into the Komet zone. Stewart over to Haas. Haas on the right side. Couldn't catch up to it. And Indy will keep it deep into the Komet zone. Far side. Here is Lowen with it. Lowen up along the far side, just trying to get it to the blue line. He does, but it's kicked right back into the Komet end. There's Haas. He'll play it up along the near boards. And it's Lowen with it. He'll come across the line. Or check that. That's Morasti. Morasti goes down low. Now to Lowen. Lowen up along the far side. Centers it. And it's intercepted. Shoop coming right down the middle of the ice. Trying to get past Stewart. Stewart stands him up as he comes into the corner. Haas will send it around the wall. And here is Morasti. Morasti flip it forward. Going to be knocked down by Ramsey at center ice. Ramsey now, he'll cut across the line. And he'll backhand it into the corner. Down there is Morasti. It goes behind the net. Indy on the puck. Here's a backhander. It goes high, and it goes up along the near side. Thompson Got it taken away. Here's Bayless. Bayless on the near side. He'll feather it in. Komets will change it up. Bayless going to stay out there. He chases after it. And McCardle goes behind Williams. 3:20 to go in the third. 3-2 Indy. And Thompson coming to center ice. He'll scoop it up, and he'll zip it into the Komet zone. It's going to bounce into the corner for Jenks. Jenks down there. Can't control it as he battles with Kirker. Now we've got a pileup down there below the goal line. Doherty coming in, trying to dislodge the puck, but Kirker's got a stranglehold on it. And no one is moving the puck. No one has got the sticks. No one has got the skates moving. Referee not blowing the whistle. And now it squirts loose, and the Komets get to it. Doherty, lead pass. Komets coming across the line. Holding on to it. Here's a shot. It is blocked. Komets still with it. Here's a shot. Williams the save, and it goes into the corner. It was Łyszczarczyk. Łyszczarczyk to Sidlowski. Sidlowski trying to get it back to Jenks, and the puck goes into the corner, banking it off the wall. The Komets still with it for a second. Now it is going to go along the left side, and now it'll be taken in by Watson. He'll flip it in. Spencer Watson goes, send it around the wall, and here's Tyler Ross with it. Ross along the far side. Komets trying to get a hold of it, coming up on 2 minutes to go in the third. Komets will come across the line. Into the corner goes McKenzie. McKenzie gets taken off the puck, and now it goes below the goal line. Ross hammered up top to the blue line. Here's Martin with a shot. Got a man. McKenzie was cutting to the net. McKenzie now coming to the blue line. McKenzie now winds up. Here's a shot. He had a man on the back door. Now in front. The Komets can't connect. Comes off the wall. Bryson Martin with it. Martin coming down low. Here's McKenzie. McKenzie out in front again. The Komets can't connect. And Schmaltz is up with it. Schmaltz will get it into the Komet zone. Minute and a half left. Look for Kehler to come off for the extra skater. Komets with the puck. Off the stick of Morasti. They can't get Kehler off. Puck goes down to Kehler. He looks towards the bench. Sends it forward. Bouncer going to come into the Indy zone. Kehler coming out to the hash marks with 1:17 to go in the game. Back behind the net, Jermaine Lowen.
Get him out of there.
Up along the far side. Indy gets it to the blue line and out. They can't get Kehler off. Now Jermaine Lowen has it. Oh, he lost it. But it's going to come back to Morasti. Morasti will take a shot. It's blocked. And we've got 1 minute to go. And here's Lowen. Sends it forward. A shot made by Williams. And he'll hang on to it.
Get the whistle to face off in the Indy zone.
Let's see if the Komets will spend their time out here. 55 seconds to go. Face off in the Indy zone. And Kehler is going to go off for the extra skater. And it looks like the Komets.
Yeah, he just told Sidlowski something, so maybe they'll. No.
Well, the Komets look like they know what they're doing. Or maybe not. Coach Ben Boudreau, he's got the whiteboard out.
Yeah, they're gonna want the timeout to get organized. There they go.
All right, we'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Oscar C. Mitson Insurance Agency, the insurance provider of the Komets for 30 years. If you buy your auto and homeowners insurance from a website or 800 number, here's a better idea. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance. They are an independent agency with access to many companies. They'll find the fit for you at a price that fits you. Talk to an agent who lives here in Fort Wayne, an agent who is your neighbor. Call Oscar C. Mitson Insurance at 749-0100 or at OscarMitsonInsurance.com. This is Komet Hockey.
Komets down to their last gasp. 55.7 seconds to go in the third. They're down by a goal. They have had some tremendous looks here in the third period, but unable to net one to tie it up.
Sidlowski, Jenks out there, Binkley out there.
So a veteran lineup. Face off to the right of Williams, and Indy comes out of their huddle.
Galipeau on the point.
Cole Kehler has been pulled for the extra skater.
Yep, they've got the men on the ice they want. See if we can get the draw. Jenks will take that face off.
Jenks and Plouffe on the drop. Jenks digs in, tied up on the dot. It goes back below the goal line. Now it's flipped around the wall.
They're going to ice it. Indy's going to ice it.
So the Komets will get another chance at it. Galipeau will touch the puck, and down we go. Same face-off dot to the right of Williams. Shots are even up at 28. Komets trying to make the score that way, too. Jenks again in the face-off circle. Binkley and Sidlowski to his right. Jenks gets the drop to the blue line. Binkley on the right side. He'll take a shot. Score!
There you go, Binkley.
Tied. Jason Binkley through traffic.
Yep, through the traffic.
3-3.
Exactly right. Quick wrist shot. Somebody was in front of the net. Komets tried to get there, and before the goaltender could move, get in position, it was by him. Binkley gets the goal.
Welcome back, Jason Binkley ties this game up, and that'll get Cole Kehler back out on the ice. And we've got 42.3 seconds left to go
19-18
in regulation. Out to center ice we go. A tie hockey game, and the Komets waited, and they finally tie it up.
That's Binkley's second of the season. Could be assisted by Jenks, I believe. Came across from the other to Galipeau.
Galipeau, Jenks won the faceoff. Maybe that was tipped.
His second of the season, scored by number 4, Jason Binkley. Assisting on the goal, number 47, A.J. Jenks. Time of the goal, 19 minutes, 17 seconds.
Should be another assist there.
Yeah, he got it back to Galipeau. Galipeau came along the blue line, gave the pass to Binkley, then the quick wrist shot.
So Indy will take their timeout with 42.3 seconds to go in the third. And doesn't seem like a lot of time.
No, but
it is.
Yeah, they got a lot of time for a rush, both of them. So Komets got to keep the pressure on, get it out of our zone, and then take care of business in an offensive zone.
And you got to think Coach Ben Boudreau maybe thinking defense here. They've got the momentum. And I know Indy, who hasn't had very many scoring chances here in the third. They really only had that one great one that Cole Kehler came up big, and he was actually shaken up on the play. But we'll come out to center ice. Both teams will break from their bench. And here comes the face-off. And they have added an assist to Olivier Galipeau.
Yep.
Brett McKenzie will take the face-off. In with Plouffe, and here's the drop. And Indy wins it. Fuel with the puck in their own zone. They come up along the left wing. Plouffe will handle it. Coming across. Plouffe will go into the corner. Met there by Doherty. Down to 28 seconds to go. Indy still with the puck. Here's a shot.
Whoa,
save
right
made.
on the net.
And it was Michael Doherty with the shot.
Yeah, Doherty let a quick shot go. That was set up from the corner. Right out into the high slot. Quick shot, no stopping it. Again, Kehler sharp, right into the pads. Held on, no rebound. Another game saver right there.
Shots are even up at 29.
You got to pick everybody up, guys. Everybody's got to have a man when you're in your own zone.
Big face-off here, and A.J. Jenks back out on the ice. Big face-off here, Jenks and Matt Thompson. And the Komets get to it. Here is Petrozelli on the far side. He'll flip it into the Indy zone.
They're going to call on. Oh, waved it off.
15 seconds to go as Jenks chases Thompson off the puck. On the far side, Kierkegaard gets it to the blue line. Komets with it. Bryson Martin, he'll take a shot right out in front. The puck sits there on the goal line. Jenks will send it in. Here's a shot. Save made by Williams, and he's able to squeeze the pads.
Everybody getting in on it now.
And now extras going on with just 0.9 seconds left. And Williams with a big save there. And Sidlowski's got to get separated from someone. And now everybody going to be separated. We're going to have some penalties handed down, which means both teams going to be missing a couple guys when we start up overtime. Sidlowski's going to go. And Indy should also pick up one. So Sidlowski goes to the box.
Well, that's not good because we're going to overtime. We don't have Sidlowski on the ice. They lose number 9, Kirk.
So Kirker goes off. Just 0.9 seconds left to go. And Charles Williams came up big there right at the end. So we got one drop here. So we'll go to overtime, and we'll have 3-on-3.
Komets outshoot them 9-6 in the period and outscore them 1-0, which is what we needed. We got a tie score at 3. Getting ready to go into overtime.
Face off to the right of Williams. Just 0.9 seconds left. Arasti will take the face off. The Komets line up right in front of Williams. Don't know if there'll be enough time. Arasti takes the drop. It goes in the corner, and there's the horn. And we're going to overtime. Both teams will pick up a point.
Yep.
And here we go. Eighth overtime of the season for the Komets. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Komet Hockey on WoWo.
Aaron's has some really great news. Aaron's is offering 120 days same as cash. That's right, and here's how it works. Sign a new lease agreement, and you have a full 4 months, 120 days to pay Aaron's everyday low price. They even offer a 20% instant rebate if you purchase outright. 120 days same as cash. Not bad, huh? Just stop by or call to learn more. And remember, you don't need credit. All you need is Aaron's. And nobody beats Aaron's. Nobody.
Komet Hockey is brought to you by Auto Owners Insurance and Jacob Insurance Service in Angola.
3-on-3 overtime coming up. The Komets this year 5-2 in the extra frame. Indy, they've only been in 3, but they are 3-0. Both teams pick up a point. And with Toledo losing tonight, regardless of the outcome here, the Komets
pick a point up on them.
Yep, will regain second place. They'll be a point up on Toledo with Cincinnati coming to town tomorrow. Cincinnati lost in overtime tonight to Kalamazoo. All right, who's going to be the hero? Yeah. Jason Binkley right now. He had the game tire with under a minute left.
Well, they got him on the ice. Jenks is out there, and I can't see the other forward. Petrozelli.
And Sean Sidlowski is in the box, picking up a penalty right at the 20-minute mark.
7-minute possible overtime. Then they go into a shootout if she's tied. So this is always exciting, this 3-on-3. I like this.
Komets have yet to be in a shootout this year. All right, Plouffe and Jenks to start up the 3-on-3 extra frame. Over 9,300 here at the Coliseum, and they've been treated well here as Jason Binkley takes the puck all the way back into the Komet zone. Binkley looking for some space. He goes back behind Cole Kehler. And he'll find Petrozelli. Petrozelli gets it to Jenks. Jenks on the left side. Jenks now coming across the line, trying to go back to Petrozelli. It was blocked. And now Indy back the other way. McIntyre coming in on Kehler. Bumped off the play. It rolls into the corner. Komets after it. And it's Jenks. Jenks on the far side will play it off the wall, and it's going to go to the neutral zone. Indy with the puck. They're going to go all the way back into their own end. Tim Shoup goes back behind Williams, his goaltender. And Shoup now will bring it ahead on the right side. He'll cut across the line. Here's Shoup now taking a shot. Save made by Kehler. And now the Komets here. Going to have an odd break. Here is Łyszczarczyk on the right side. Over McKenzie and shoots. And a save made by Williams.
You got a piece of it, Williams.
Great save by Williams. 2-on-1. Fuel with the puck. Up along the near side. Spencer Watson gets away from Łyszczarczyk. He comes across the line on Kehler. He shoots. He scores. Indy wins the game, but the Komets do get a point. As hard-fought battle for the Komets tonight. And they had a chance to end it. Brett McKenzie came in on a 2-on-1, him and Łyszczarczyk, right before Indy scored, but Charles Williams came up big. So the extra point goes to Indy, but the Komets, they do get one, which means they are now in second place with Toledo losing tonight. And Sean Sidlowski not happy with that call that he picked up at the 20-minute mark. He comes out of the box. He's giving the referee an earful.
Yeah, he's giving him an earful, and I don't know if it was offside either at the blue line, too. It was awful close. But Komets lose a tough one after coming back hard like they did. Outscored them in the third period 1-0 to tie it all up, and looked like they had the momentum going. McKenzie had a chance in the overtime, walked in on a partial breakaway, and the goaltender Williams made a great save on him. So end-to-end action, the one chance that Indy got, a breakaway, walked in, nothing Kehler could do on it.
Well, the Komets come up a bit short, but they fight hard, and they do get a point here tonight as they drop it in overtime 4-3. We will take a break, come back, and wrap it up. You're listening to Comet Hockey on WoWo.